everybody. Good morning. Not morning. Why did I say good morning? Random fan, thank you so much for 44 months. Welcome back. Thank you. Panda Bird, thank you so much for 15 months. Welcome back. Thank you. Sleepy Suzu, thank you so much for 16 months. Welcome back. Thank you. Ricky, thank you so much for 7 months in a row. Welcome back. Brian Brian, thank you so much for 61 months. Welcome back. Thank you. Royale, thank you so much for 46 months. Welcome back. Thank you. What you been playing these days, Blue? Kokui, thank you so much for 23 months. Welcome back. Thank you. Sorry, guys. Give me a second. Okay. Just working? I feel that. I understand. Sometimes work gets to be a lot. Anzu, thank you so much for 18 months. Welcome back. Thank you. I'm good today. A little frazzled and hectic. And I hate my hair so much. I just want to go bald. Hi Arcane, how are you? Well, I'm not used to seeing nothing next to your name. Yeah, let me have my ball dark. Thanks, Jordy. No, I think it's cause like so much of my roots have grown out. Like, look at how much my roots have grown out. I just haven't done anything with it. And it just sits so strange. It just sits so strange on my head because of it. I just kind of want to dye my hair black. But I'll probably get my hair done when I go to Korea, so I'm trying to hold it off. But I look like a raccoon's tail. I can't get over it. I just look like a raccoon's tail. I'll probably go dark gray, I think. Of growing your hair out? Yeah, I feel like when you grow out your hair, you always like reach a point where it's like an awkward length before it's nice. Like this part is okay, but the rest of my hair is just, I can't. Nico, thank you so much for 25 months. Welcome back. Thank you. Anzu, thank you so much for 18 months. Welcome back. You have curly hair. Yeah, I guess if you have curly hair, it's even more difficult, huh? How's my Sunday today? It's been good. I ate a chocolate muffin today. It was quite good. Do you want to see how I ate the muffin? Am I exposing myself though? I only ate like the top of it. I only ate the top of it. I'm such a little rat. Look, I the top of the... Oh, you see marble. It's a chocolate chip muffin. It looks messy because it's a chocolate chip muffin, okay? It's not like actually that messy. Oh, it's the best. I'm putting my hair. This godforsaken hair is just gonna be the death of me. I should've gotten a haircut. I should've. But how do you get the top of a muffin without the bottom of the muffin? You know what I mean? I should just wear a wig, honestly. Hi, Nicholas. Hi, Abdominal. What if I braided my hair? Would that make me hate myself a little less? Some places actually sell the tops of muffins. Really? Are any of you guys from Chicago? There's a so it's not a muffin, but there's a cupcake place in Chicago that's like, what is it? They have these cupcakes that are like creamier, and the entirety of it is pretty good compared to most cupcakes where it's like pretty dry, but I forget where it's from or what it's called. Hi Trips, how are you? Am I active on Twitter? So Twitter, I feel like, has been kind of, I don't know, I don't really like looking at Twitter these days, so I don't look through Twitter as much as I used to. So I'm not really on Twitter anymore. Yeah, Twitter's been a bit of a mess. My feed is okay. My feed is just like mostly cats and art, because majority of my following is I think like 500 of the people I follow are artists, and so my feed is okay for the most part, but because my feed is all art and stuff, there's like nothing for me to like really respond to. I don't really see anything other than cats and art, so I just like save pictures and that's about it. I don't really do much with Twitter. Twitter's been a bit of a mess, so I'm not very active on Twitter lately. Shady, thank you so much for the tier 3 sub for 24 months. Happy 2 years. And I feel like every time I post anything on Twitter, all I get are like bots and stuff in the replies and everything. And so it's just like, it's not fun to post either. It's not fun to post, and it's not fun to really look through. Shady, thank you so much for the tier 3 sub, by the way. Thank you, thank you. Thank you so much for the tier 3 sub. Yeah, they don't ban anything anymore, so Twitter's just been a mess. Elon added emotes to Twitter? I'm gonna be fidgeting with my hair all day, I can tell. I haven't played played any old versions of Monster Hunter. I almost played... Is it Monster Hunter Ultimate? It's the one for the DS. It's the latest one for the DS before Monster Hunter World came out. DS? Switch. DS. I think it was the DS. That's the... I had that Monster Hunter, but... I just never played it. Lukey, thank you so much for 23 months. Welcome back. Thank you. Good Sunday. Happy Sunday, everyone. You ready to start working again? Sorry, that's probably not a good thing to say. Probably not the best thing. Portals, thank you so much for 42 months. Welcome back. Thank you. But you know, without the weekdays, you wouldn't look forward too much to the weekends. Sorry. I didn't make that the best. Same. I haven't read any manga recently. I think the last thing I was reading was probably a webtoon. I'm not sure yet. I don't remember what it was called or what it was about. I don't think I was too into it. What else did I read recently? I'm trying to remember what I read recently. You've been into manhwa? Manhwa's been trending quite a bit. Manhwa's been trending quite a bit lately. But I don't know. Wait, I thought Freerun went on hiatus, no? Didn't Freerun go on hiatus? Oh, just one more chapter? I can't believe... You know, at least I had everything to read before Freerun went on hiatus, though. The Bible? You think I'm reading the Bible? Oto, thank you so much for 32 months. Welcome back. Thank you. I haven't seen a equal sign D in so long. I haven't seen that smiley in so long. Yeah, I mean, when's the last time you guys have seen that? Whoa. We are family-friendly Christian channel around here. Heck yeah, we are. Okay, maybe not too family-friendly Christian, but I try to be family-friendly at least. Kinda. I don't know if I try. I think it just kinda happens. I think I try. I have more cards to open for you guys. Hello. I haven't done any of the pre-patch stuff. What would the pre-patch stuff entail? Like gearing up? Catching up on eye level? My minimum eye level is probably not good. This is from the set Shrouded Fable. Pokemon just sent these to me. Very kind of them. Spark, the thing is, we weren't even talking about drugs. That's his name. That's his name. That's his name. I gotta come up with a different name for him then, cause, bro. Have you guys, oh, I want to ask a question. Have you guys been feeling inspired to do anything lately? Inspired to do anything but haven't been able to? Or do you just not really feel much inspiration at all these days? Chibble, thank you so much for gifting 10 subs. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you so much for the 10 gifted subs. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Making music! No, that's really cool, actually. You should go and do it. What's holding you back? Writing your novel? Dougals. No, you did not say that. Oh, you're inspired. Wait, so many of you guys are feeling inspired. Marvel was on screen. I don't know where she is anymore, though. You've been baking more? When you take your ADHD meds, I understand. I understand deeply. Djibouti, thank you so much for 36 months. Happy 3 years. Thank you. You're getting your professional work license? Congratulations. Oh, Azooks. Wait, what kind of books are you into? I haven't been reading much lately, but maybe somebody in chat can recommend you something. Being inspired to read is definitely good. I think getting back in the habit of reading, every time I've fallen back into the habit of reading, it's been good. You know, it's crazy. I like think about how quiet my headspace used to be, but ever since like social media and like TikTok and like just getting fed a lot of these like random dopamines became the norm. It's just I don't know, my headspace is just, there's just been too much going on now, and I don't think it's good. Romance, fantasy, and non-fiction. I'm not really the best person to ask when it comes to reading recommendations, but I remember Peter and Jody read a book recently that was really good. Is it called The Fourth Wing? Red Rising? Are they different books? Are they both really good books? I think it might have been both books that they really liked or recommended. And I think I was gonna buy one of those books and read it as well, but yeah. Address your past trauma? I'm glad. Honestly, the thing about trauma is just like you never realize how traumatized you are in your life until something happens later and it just re-triggers your PTSD and stuff. But you know, it's good that you're being proactive and taking care of yourself. You started both, but you never finished, really? Oh, you bought Red Rising because of Jody. How come you never finished? You didn't like it? You're moving to Seattle from... Is Tia in Tennessee? I'm putting off being productive about it for some reason. That's okay. Maybe some things just came up. But I believe when you get back on it, Dosk. You got this. You got lazy as this. Wait, why don't you just get back into the Fourth Wing then? Honestly, moving is pretty difficult. I get why you've put off, but maybe you just do a little bit every day, and eventually one of the days that you're doing a little bit every day, maybe you'll be like, you know what? I should just finish this today. So I would just do a little bit every day. Then surely it'll take you somewhere. I don't think I've seen any of Myung's cards, but I know Myung's done like a opening for them, or a Pokemon card opening stream before. This thing straight up comes with a deck. I didn't realize. It comes with a deck itself. But what's in the deck? Is what's in the deck also random? I think Myung's just always been a bit of a collector, so when she sees new things to collect, she just likes going for it. Oh, it is a deck of energy cards. Oh. So smart. Como, thank you so much for 11 months in a row. Welcome back. Thank you. Wait, Dusk, I'm so proud of you. Do you know how hard that is to like develop that mindset? Wait, I'm so proud of you. Yeah, you get yourself out of there. There's so much more anyway. I'm glad you're giving yourself the opportunity to move and get out there. It's really hard to leave like your hometown and stuff if you have no reason for it. So that's awesome. Wait, I'm really proud of you. That's so sick. I hope you have a smooth move to Seattle or Washington. It'll be nice. Just be prepared for all the rain that's to come. I love rain, but yeah. Leave the hometown, see you later, suckers. No, but seriously, I think leaving hometown is always very difficult just because you're kind of like tethered to it, but you know, if you don't change the environment around you, it's hard to expect for your life to change as well. But you work on changing your environment a little bit, then your life will also naturally change with it. So I'm proud of you. You're moving with some friends? That's awesome. That's even more awesome. I feel like that doesn't happen very often. So, sounds very fortunate. Your hometown is already huge. Moving anywhere might be a downgrade. Hondios, I understand. I guess it just depends on what you want in life then. Do you want somewhere that's like quieter and smaller? Somewhere that's like loud and, you know? Yeah, it's really good to change your environment to help change your mindset and habits. I also generally like moving because it helps me get rid of things. Out with the old, in with the new. You know what I mean? I know this card isn't anything like special, but this card it looks cool. I like it. It's a cool Pokemon. I hate New York rain. New York rain smells so bad and it just sticks to you and it's so humid. I don't like rain from New York. New York rain feels like acid rain. I got another full art, guys. I've never seen this Pokemon before, the Okidogi. I should separate all the full art stuff out. In the Kitakami area. I should probably get I should probably finish the DLC. New Jersey rain? I just bet New Jersey is better. But maybe that's just me. I'm not too much of a... Well, I like parts of New York. I made you revisit your Pokemon cards. Do you have any that have like collected, like accrued in value? New Jersey blows. Whoa, don't say that around Lily, okay? You have to figure out what to do after graduation. Oh. You know, that's always like such a big question mark, but just know, even if you do something right after graduation, you're not locked into it. And life is always ever changing, so if you ever feel like changing or doing something else after trying stuff, not a big deal. You definitely can. Rain in South Africa. Oh. I had a friend in elementary school who was from South Africa, but I've never seen South Africa myself. What about Pennsylvania? I've actually heard really nice things about Pennsylvania, but I've never been myself. Brian, thank you so much for 30 months. Welcome back. Thank you. Though a lot of people just say, like, I think a lot of people I know are always from like small towns in Pennsylvania. Where's a shout out to North Dakota? I've never met anyone from North Dakota, and I've never seen North Dakota, and I don't really hear about North Dakota, if I'm honest. But you can tell me about North Dakota. Hi, Jolts. Tell me about it. Tell me about North Dakota. I think so. I think there's guaranteed a holo. Wyoming? Is Wyoming in the Midwest? I always forget the area, like, so... Oh, is that Wisconsin? So, here's Illinois. Let's say Illinois is right here. Illinois, Michigan? Illinois, Michigan? Michigan, Michigan. Maybe one day I should take like the test of like where the 50 states are. So wait, so Illinois, Wisconsin, Michigan. Okay, so I know where Illinois is, but I've never looked around. I didn't really look around to see what states neighbored it. Kansas. This way. Wait, it's backwards for you guys. I swear I'm going the right direction. It's just like it's not even mirrored. You know what I mean? It's not mirrored. I've done a GeoGuessr stream. I'm so bad at it. I got a Zora holo. Though these holos are like kind of harder to notice. Or reverse hollow. Sorry. The full art Zorua, it looks nice. You know what, Chaos? If I get the full art Zorua, I'll give it to you. I probably won't be going to TwitchCon this year, but I'll give it to you next year, TwitchCon. How about that? But then, wait, are you in school or anything? Are you doing work? Yeah, I don't think I'm going to TwitchCon this year. You'll see me again though, don't worry. I want to go to TwitchCon with like... This year, I spent so much of this year like dissociating and depressed. I just like wasn't really mentally geared towards anything. But I'm a lot better now, obviously. And so I want to next year like go to TwitchCon with like, you know, like stickers, be mentally prepped and like be ready and stuff. You know what I mean? I wanna go with like that kind of energy. So, oh, you've been working? You have any goals towards anything? Small goals, big goals? I got Absol! Honestly, Absol is such a sick Pokemon design, no? I know, I love Absol. Freaking sick Pokemon with such high attack. Love it. Honestly, what if I go to EU TwitchCon instead next year? I've never been. Do I have people from EU? I never think I have people out of the States, but then you know what? I went to the Philippines and I really underestimated how broad my community is. Oh, Dutch! Is Copenhagen? Where's Copenhagen? You know, I'm just gonna sound really uncultured today. I'm not gonna say anything. Denmark. Not even related. I was gonna say I almost studied abroad in Copenhagen, but not even related. New Zealand. Actually, New Zealand is somewhere I really want to go. Oh, Argentinian. Argentina. Wow, I went through that one so fast. Back to the energy. Hello. South Americans rise up. Heck yeah. Represent Brazil, Spike. Rep it. Rep it loud and proud. Anyway, I was gonna say, Chaos. If you have any like small goal or big goal you're working towards, you take a step in that direction and I really will give you the full art Zorua if I get it. But you know, the chances of it happening are kinda slim because there's only 4 packs left. But if I get it, I really will give it to you. But then you have to promise me that you take a step towards your goals, whatever goal that might be. Three minutes. It's okay. I have it all set up this time, for sure, I think. I'll check again. Surely. Wait, this Meowth card is so cute. I wish there was a full art of this. Isn't it so cute? I'll go to the Philippines again for sure. Dude, I loved my time in the Philippines. I also had the best mangoes ever in the Philippines. Like, what? Mangoes there are just the best. Whoa. This trainer card looks crazy. You're in Italy. That's so cool. You're from Wisconsin and Illinois is right below you. Michigan is right next to you. You know, today for the sake of improving myself, I will take a look at where the 50 states are today. I will. I love to know that. I actually love most Filipino dishes though. I love their food. I think I just like food from a lot of different cultures. Where is this in Pokemon? Oh. The latest OTV video? Okay. No, I might not have time today because I have to call my niece. So I might not have time today, but I will react to the video eventually. My niece is going to university. And so she wants to talk to me about it. It's so cute. Yeah, she is my niece. I was like, are we technically cousins? No, she's my niece. My niece is going to university soon, so she wants to talk to me about the school I went to and stuff. Not my sibling. My aunt and uncle. Their kid. I guess they're technically cousins, but she's so young I call her a niece. Yeah, it is cousin, but she's so young, you know? I guess it is cousin. She's like 17, right? She's applying to schools. 머리 너무 예뻐요? King Dynasty, thank you for 40 months in a row. Welcome back, thank you. 제가 방금 제 머리 너무 싫다고 말하고 있었는데. I'm doing pretty good. How are you? Okay, guys. We pray it works, okay? I'm gonna swap over. Okay, it works. 옷이랑 머리가 어울려요? 감사합니다. Are you guys ready? Worry Sleep, thank you so much for 21 months in a row. Welcome back, thank you. Okay. For those of you guys who are just tuning in, as you guys know, yesterday and today, we are both days, we're sponsored by the Pokémon Company International. So thank you so much for sponsoring today's stream. Make sure to click the link in the panel below or type !Tera raid in the chat to learn more about Tera raids today. Okay, so while Worlds is taking place, if you guys didn't know, Pokemon Worlds is going on. While Worlds is taking place, trainers can participate in special in-game activations in Scarlet and Violet from August 8th to August 21st. So we're already more than halfway through the event. A special 5-star Tera raid will be happening featuring Gimme Goal. And so there's also a chance to catch a special Gimme Goal through that event if you guys ever wanted a shiny one. Scarlet and Violet will also see mass outbreaks featuring some of the world's highlighted Pokemon. That is featuring Riolu, Wattrel, and Comfey. And so if you ever wanted to find a shiny Riolu right now, now is your chance. There's also going to be a code throughout the World's broadcast if you wanted to claim a special Sylveon in honor of the 2023 World Champion Tomoya Ogawa. Also, there's going to be high-level Tera raids happening throughout the entire year. To participate in the higher 6 and 7 star battles, though, you have to become an Academy Ace. Sorry, I'm laughing because of what I said last time. You have to speak to Clavel, who will have you rematch all the gym leaders. You have to participate in the Academy Ace tournament and win. You will also receive a call from Professor Jax informing you of a higher star raid that can be challenged. And you also have to challenge and defeat some 5-star Tera raids, after which the 6 and 7 star Tera raids will become available at the Black Tera raid crystals. But yeah, there will be also more Tera raids and mass outbreaks happening throughout the year. So click the link in the panel or type !Tera raid to learn more. Stave, thank you so much for 44 months. Welcome back. Thank you. It is a great year for Pokemon. So load up your Switch and update it with me. And play some Pokemon with me. Yeah? That would be insane random if that happened. Aw, thanks, Ply. What the heck? Thank you. Really, Dougals? Really now? Okay. Whoa, there's like 3 of them in a row right here. Let's go here. Hi, Dune. How are you? Yeah, if any of you guys are very experienced Pokemon trainers, please, please update your game and help me. Because without you guys, there's no way I can do these raids. Hello, Dune. How are you? You like Pokemon? Hi, Kenji. I know, I also adore Pokemon games. There isn't a single version I've skipped. Which I actually think is that one normal or is the other way more normal? I don't know. Chaos, thank you so much for 18 months in a row. Welcome back, thank you. You just play? Uh-huh. It's okay. It's okay, it's okay. You just got back home from the airport? Where are you coming back from? If you don't mind me asking, you totally don't have to tell. Wait, oh, the first one's over there. Oh, San Francisco. That's a 3-star one. Should we just look around for 5-star ones? Who's my favorite of all time? Like Pokemon? Whoa, there's such a like variety of Pokemon here. Kurami, thank you so much for 36 months. Happy 3 years. Thank you. Flygon. Flygon's my all-time favorite. Opsal's a good favorite. Dude, I don't know, Hoenn Pokemon are just so good, no? You love Mudkip, Chow Chow? Yeah, Mudkip is probably super happy to hear that. Thank you. I forget that you have to connect first. It's connecting now. Yeah, everyone does love Gen 3. I mean, okay, granted, I actually think Johto is my favorite. Even though a lot of my favorite Pokemon are from Hoenn, I actually think Johto is my favorite region. But I also love Hoenn so much. I don't know. Oh yes, I am obsessed with dragon type Pokemon. I can't tell if I was a gym leader if I'd be an ice type gym leader or a dragon type gym leader. I genuinely can't tell. What do you guys think I'd be? You know what I've always wanted to commission? Me being like a Pokemon gym leader art. I gotta do that someday for myself. Am I connected yet? Oh, I am. Wait, are my raids gonna reset? Oh, thank God. Emerald is your favorite version? I, as a kid, spent the most time in Pokemon Emerald. And then it was Pokemon Diamond, I think. Both were up there, like 100+ hours. You guys ready? Okay, but the way... How'd you guys spend all your time in the Pokemon versions? In Emerald, I spent it all in the Battle Tower. And in I think in Diamond, I spent it in the Battle Tower and also digging around. Like, you know how like you could go underground and like dig around? I did that a lot in Diamond. Mudkip, you have very interesting. I swear you are the most interesting person ever in Pokemon. I believe you. I believe he's level 100, but like you spent all your time getting a Lotad to level 100. Battle Tower was so fun. Oh, really? You did a lot of... I never really was like a shiny hunter, I think. Never been into shiny hunting too much. I will never judge a book by its cover, ever. Ever, ever, ever. I know the shiny Arceus, Arceus? Is it Arceus or Arceus? Oh, I got to actually do me. Hey, that's pretty good damage. Yeah, there's no way I'm surviving that. My first shiny ever in my life was a Flaffy in Pokemon Silver version. I kid you not, it was a Flaffy. I remember I was like, how old was I? I don't know, but I remember when I first came across it, I didn't think it was real. I was like, what is this? Because shiny Flaffy is also just like a lighter pink. It's just like a lighter shade, but the, you know, in silver version, the way the shiny effect would happen would be like, it would be like little stars and like a circular like ring effect, like that. And I was like, what is that? You've played since Fire Red. You know, I love Fire Red and Leaf Green. I actually had a really, really good time playing Fire Red and Leaf Green growing up. Leaf Green was your first ever? I don't know, something about Fire Red and Leaf Green aesthetically looked so nice, no? I really thought aesthetically Fire Red and Leaf Green looked so good. Do you guys ever wish Pokemon would go back to that kind of art style? I wonder if they would. It'd be really cool though. You know what I really liked? The Pokeblocks in the third gens. I loved making Pokeblocks with friends. We would all link our like Game Boy SPs together. Wait, did Game Boy SP need a link? Or was it Advance that needed a link? Maybe SP just needed the adapter thing? I don't remember, but I remember we would all play with our SPs, and there would be actually 4 of us, because me and my childhood friends, we grew up playing video games together, and so we would make Pokeblocks together all the freaking time, and it was so fun. It was so fun. I don't know why, but it was so fun. Do Tera rates have a higher chance of having a shiny? Pokemon Coliseum? Is that like Pokemon Stadium? I never played Pokemon Coliseum because it's for the GameCube, right? I never owned a GameCube. My parents didn't let me own video game consoles because they saw how addicted I got to my Nintendo 64 and my PlayStation, and they were worried that like I would never do anything else but play video games, so they didn't let me get anything after the N64 or the PlayStation. So I never had the PS2 and I never had the GameCube, which I know are like the core consoles of gaming. I never had them. Riza, thank you so much for 21 months. Welcome back, thank you. So I used to watch my cousin play games instead. Like I was watching streamers before streaming was a thing. I just watched my cousin play video games all the time because I didn't own any of the consoles. I know, look at me now. Look at me now. Go straight north. What is the best tip? Is Gimmighoul used in competitive at all, or is it just kind of like a rare Pokemon? Oh, I stepped on a Diglett. You know what I do like about these recent changes with Pokemon though is like I kind of like seeing the size variance with everything, because I don't know, you never really like think about the relative size to Pokemon, so it's kind of nice being able to see it. What did I step on now? Speaking of scary Pokemon, I used to be obsessed with like Lavender Town lore. Miguel, thank you so much for 32 months. Welcome back. Thank you. Thank you. Nate! Hypno lore. Wait, can you guys tell me the Hypno lore? I actually don't know it. Pokemon creepypastas are cool. I agree. Honestly, Pokemon has such a sick community. Oh, the Drifloon one. I know the Drifloon one. Is the Switch cheaper now, whatsoever? Don't fall. Oh! It's a Glaceon! It's a boy! Where the heck do I throw a... Oh, whoa, I'm moving the wrong thing. Wait. Oh! I have to weaken it first when it's terrestrialized? How... Do I have to make it faint? Or can it not faint? Oh, so can I just hit it with like a strong move? Okay. Does that count as a quick ball turn though? Maybe. Dude, this is my first chocolate chip muffin I've ever had. Chocolate chip muffins are so good. What the heck? I've been missing out in life. I've never had a chocolate chip muffin. Ever. Didn't finish it. But Jesus, thank you so much for 24 months. Happy 2 years. Thank you. Wait, you know who makes really good brownies, guys? Abe actually makes really good brownies. Can it just stay in the Pokeball? Wrong. No, I kid you not, Abe is really good at cooking. He uses that box. It's a red box. He uses that one. Oh my god, no, it's not the brownies you guys are thinking of. It's literally a regular brownie. It's a good old brownie. Four-star, no. 5-star terror rates only, please. Oh, actually, I should look around and see if I have a 6-star one available. Do you guys like dark chocolate? I like dark chocolate, but I'm not one of the people who are like die-hard obsessed with dark chocolate. Oh, this is not even... It was sparkly. So I just went towards it. Like a mosquito to the light. Just walked towards it because it was sparkly. Have you guys caught any shiny from that the mass outbreaks? Like any shiny Riolu? Or anything else? Is this the one I was trying to get towards? Yeah, I am. It's honestly so cool how often Pokemon does, how often they do these mass outbreak events. You got a shiny for each of them? Wow, what the heck? I love Swablu. I freaking love Altaria. I haven't seen Mega Altaria at all. Was it used frequently or ever for competitive? Actually, how do Mega Evolutions work? Are they banned from competitive or? So many 4-star raids. Oh, they don't even have it anymore. Oh. Oh, and Z moves are gone too. Oh, I guess things just like phase in and phase out, huh? You know how terastallizing can technically be anything? Obviously, there's like some that are more viable than others. Do some people come in with like surprise terastallizations that aren't like common at all? That sounds really fun to do in competitive. Oh. Oh. Yep. Come join me. This is Gimme Goal. You can get Gimme Goals right now in the 5-star Terra raids. So if you ever wanted a shiny one, there's a chance. What other level 100 small Pokemon do you have? Also, for those of you guys who might be just tuning in, today's stream is sponsored by the Pokémon Company International. So thank you for sponsoring today's stream. And make sure you guys click the link in my panel or ! Terra raid in the chat to learn more about the Terries today. And so also please click the link after you do the ! And you see the command. Just click the link for me, would ya? It would do me great service if you did. Just saying. Just putting it out there. And it has a lot of info. Plus the site is really cute and it's very well packaged. If you guys were curious about all the Pokemon events that are going around right now. Do I only know that it's a shiny after I catch it in the Terra raid? Or will the Terra raid start with it being a shiny? Will it be a giant shiny? Yeah, I know that Urza one tapped. I was like, who the heck did so much damage? I've never seen a shiny in a Terra raid. Back when the Mewtwo Terra raid event was out, did you guys get a shiny one? There were Terra raids for Mewtwo and Mew, right? I was pretty sad I missed those. A Mew as a gift. Hi, Yosher. You missed your favorite streamer? Me and not John? I'm kidding. Bom, bom, bom. You know, as a kid growing up with Pokemon, I just never thought the day would come where Pokemon could be like a game that is updated so frequently. Like live time with the game that you purchased, you know what I mean? It's actually so cool how it's evolved. Honestly, maybe it's worth swinging by the outbreaks just in case for the crazy chance that this is a 6-star, right? Are you guys ready? Are you guys ready? I need some carry lords for this. Bring an actual Pokemon! She might be working, guys. Every time she hears me call her name, she like scurries to put everything down. And she's like, oh my god. Picks up Switch, puts down work. Look, it's with the Marill. I actually love a lot of water type Pokemon, like Marill, Azumarill, Surskit, Masquerain, Manaphy. What gen is Manaphy? 4th, 5th? Fourth. Oh. Let me move my camera. It's a 6-star. Is this the building? No, it's not. What is this Pokemon? Baxcalibur. Okay. Let's get some carries in here, and I will tailwind us. And that's it. That's all I can do. I can tailwind us. Ba-dum, ba-dum, ba-dum. Hi, Rajiv. Oh, is Azumarill really good or something here? Oh, 'cause fighting. And I always forget fairy type. I always forget. It's just like, because I didn't grow up with it, I always forget. It's not embedded in me. huge power belly drum just freaking play rough? Wait, you guys look so cool. Is that also from the Kitakami region? All the belly drums I just heard! All the belly drums I heard at once! Wait, I should just heal for us, guys. I just heard so many belly drums. I should have healed for us. I know it's a 3-man belly drum. Amazing tailwind. Yeah, my Paolumu is really squishy. My Noivern, very squish. But she's so cute now. Hi Mika, thanks. I am very excited. I'm actually really excited to watch the Worlds games later. They're really fun to watch. Have you guys been watching them? You're waiting to watch them here? Aw. Yeah, watch partying the competitive Pokemon games has been really fun. You're watching the kids play the trading card game right now? Aw. That's so cute. I also hope your friend does well. If you guys ever compete, by the way, in like whatever competitive gaming there is, do let the community know so we can all support you together. Who knows, maybe if I'm available, we can watch party it all together someday, you know? Bum, bum, bum. Catch. You know what? I'll put you in a cozy little luxury ball. How about that? Joe, thank you so much for 69 months. Welcome back. Thank you. You used to... Whoa. Yeah, if you guys ever compete in anything, especially Pokemon right now, do let us know. Thanks, Michael. Thank you. I am having quite a good day. You know, the thing about Pokemon is that you open this game, it's kind of difficult to be in a bad mood. I think that's really the magic of Pokemon and playing is the music, the art, and everything about it just kind of makes you, I don't know, it just gives you natural serotonin. The colors, the art, the music, the gameplay, it just kind of makes you happy. At least it puts you in a good mood. Dude, you guys carried me in the 6-star Tera raid. Thank you. I don't even know if you needed that Pokemon, but thanks. I've always said if hospitals played the Pokemon Center music. Oh, I've been here. it would be very lively. It would put a lot of people in better moods, I think. Yeah, I think we went to a lot of the terror raids. Let's just swing by these outbreaks and see if there's any shiny ones. Good luck, Mystery. You got this. Up I go. What does Wattrel's evolve form look like? What did I step on? Dude, the thing about these Pokemon... Huh? We weren't even close! We weren't even close! Is it below? And then will I be able to just see that they're shiny? The last time I was trying to catch a shiny Pokemon and I was going to these outbreaks and stuff, it was Vaporeon, and at the end of it I just never saw the shiny. I don't think I'm made to look for shiny Pokemon. It's always by coincidence I run into one, and I never get it when I'm actually looking for it. Ever. Oh my god, let's go, Moonlighter. I never get shinies when I'm looking for them. They always just, like, I just have to step on it. They're not there otherwise. I swear. Yeah, maybe if I bred one. No, that is how I found the shiny Diglett. The little blue Diglett. That's how I found it. The little blue shiny Diglett. I didn't even step forward into it. I'm pretty sure I stepped backwards into it. Oh. Why can't I open my map? A shiny Swablu? It's gold, right? Makes for a golden Altaria. These birds are so small. These Wattrels. I kind of want a shiny Comfy. A shiny Comfy sounds cute. That's so funny, Nate. A shiny Comfy? Yeah, if you find a shiny Comfy, I would love to trade for one. Not that I have anything. Bum ba da bum. So these mass outbreaks, is there like a tech you guys do to see if there is a shiny, or do you just like fly around and check all of them, or defeat all of them? All these Wattrels. Chansey. Oh. The auto battle would never KO shiny Pokemon? Wait, really? When you send out your Pokemon? Oh. I didn't know that. Oh, you kill a lot of them and let them respawn. So I send out Noivern. Is it this? Oh, with a sandwich. So you set up like a picnic and a sandwich. Are the mats required to make a shiny sandwich difficult? What is this tiny thing? Oh, it's a clef key. It's a little clef key. Wait, you found a shiny Comfy already? Wait, that was so fast. It's so small. Wait, that was so fast. How'd you find it so fast? Maybe I can make a sandwich then. Let's trade. How do you... Is it... Do I do it here? No. But is the Comfy a girl true? Oh, is it in the... It's a girl? What the heck? That's insane. Oh, do I just set any code? Chaos, are you ready? Wait, is your name Chaos in Pokemon? What's your name in Chaos? What's your name in Pokemon? A shiny Comfy. Oh. Dylan, okay. Go to my alt chat in Discord and can you send me, I'll write the code there. Oh, you're still catching it. Wait, can I get any mystery gift right now? Mythical Pecha Berry gift. What is this? Mythical Pecha Berry. Bonus ending after the beating. Oh. What does it do? Ready to trade? Wait, I realized. You know what? I trust you guys will not take the code because the thing is, I have to look at my screen. I can't see the screen without you guys being able to see it. So we're gonna do an honor system here, please. You guys are honorable. I know you are. I know. I know you are. Hi, Soxie. I hope everyone's well. We're playing Pokémon, so I hope everyone's in a good mood. There's no way I have something you want. So I'll give you something based on your name. Chaos Phoenix. I'm gonna look for a crazy bird. Surely I have like a... Man, I don't have the Pokemon I'm looking for. Wait, no, I do. Wait, I have the exact Pokemon that I was looking for. Okay, but I'm giving you a Pokemon based on your name. But I would have given the Zoroark otherwise. But I'm trying to get you a Zoroark card. So, you know? Oh my god! It's a shiny Comfy! I can't believe you found it so fast. It's so cute! It's so cute! What a trade, guys. What a trade. Oh. I have to put it in my party. Where is it? It's so small. Look at it, it's so cute! It's so cute! So, if you guys want a shiny Comfy right now, now is the best chance because there is mass outbreaks for Riolu, Wattrel, and Comfy available. So if you've ever wanted a shiny one like the one that I have, now thanks to Chaos Phoenix, you better go around to all the mass outbreaks and try to find one. But yeah, thank you to the Pokemon Company International for sponsoring this stream today. Make sure you guys click the link in my panel or type !Terra Raid in the chat to learn more about Terra Raids today. But yes, thank you so much, Chaos. Look at it! I'm trying to get a good angle. He's sleeping. So cute. But yeah, Scarlet and Violet are having mass outbreaks featuring some of the world's highlighted Pokemon, which are, again, Riolu, Wattrel, and Comfey. This is Comfey. If you guys wanted a shiny one, please go look around. Yep. So freaking cute. Thank you. Thank you so much. So cute. It's so small. So freaking small. Woo! Just a baby. Okay. Now that's it for the gameplay. I must take you guys to watch Pokemon Worlds. Ba-dum-bum-bum. Let me save my game before I forget. Are you guys ready to watch party? It's genuinely fun though, no? Like watching competitive Pokemon. It was so hype. The match yesterday was so hype. Hopefully we are just tuning into one and we don't have to wait. If we do, it's not a big deal. I'll just open some Pokemon cards. But hopefully we're just in time for one.
Maybe that'll tell the story. Is there a reason to be nervous? Doesn't look like it.
Ooh, what
undefeated through this whole thing.
Oh, who's undefeated?
My goodness, Haruka bringing Gardevoir
Haruka
here and
Umehara.
going undefeated
Haruka Umehara
throughout our top
is
8. Now
undefeated.
in the finals, one step away.
Wait, we're watching the finals?
Before becoming a world champion. Evan on the other side.
Yeah, look at that. Not only also undefeated through the bracket, but taking down Gabriel Fernandez, the former world champion of last year too. That is quite an accomplishment. And just one
wow, what great timing
for him in the finals. Could this be Evan's year?
Oh, wow. And also, Haruka is actually 2-0 against Reggie Drago so far throughout this tournament, which is pretty wild, and has already taken down Evan in previous rounds.
Oh, man. Well, there's nothing left to do than to introduce our players and get this underway. Let's throw it to the stage.
This is going to be exciting, Kyle. Our stage is looking beautiful. And
thanks so much. Nothing left to do indeed. Are you ready to welcome your finalists in this grand final match? Please give a big round of applause as you welcome to the stage from Japan, Haruka Umehara. And from the
Haruka
United
Umehara.
States, Evan Pavelski.
The Sylveon is, I think a code from the World's broadcast. Wow, she actually looks like a Pokemon professor. I don't know, the outfit is giving very Pokemon professor look.
You've been top 23 at World. Are you used to being up here? Is this easy? I think we need to borrow a. We don't have a microphone. Just stand very close to me.
Okay. Yeah, I guess. I don't know. I lost my winning in both last 2 years.
Oh.
It's nice to make it up here.
Good. Well, it's nice to be up here. Do you feel confident? Yes
Pangler, thank you so much for 26
Great.
months
All
in a
right,
row.
yes,
Welcome back and
confident.
thank you.
And we'll ask the same simple question. How confident are you feeling up here on stage?
Just a little bit.
A little bit confident. All right, we can work with that. Let's hear it for both of our competitors. Oh,
I know, they're both so young.
We'll do one more question since we have a microphone now. All right, Evan, you're bringing that Regidrago V-Star deck. Tell us a little bit about it. Why is it so good?
There's no really deck that fully...
Can you guys hear? It's pretty quiet.
There's no deck that fully counters it is the answer, yeah? Huh? All right, sounds good. All right, guys, it sounds like we're having a little bit of technical difficulty, so let's just get the match started. How about that?
Wait,
All
is
right,
this
everyone,
the trading
please
card
take
game
your seats.
finals?
We can't wait to watch you play.
Or is this...
Back to you, Caster.
Oh!
Thank you
I was gonna say,
so
I heard them
much,
say
Anna.
deck.
Nice to hear just a couple of words from both of our
Whoa, I've
competitors
never seen a
here
live
in our
trading card
Senior
game match.
Division Championship. Let's get one more round of applause. Get these players hyped up before they get into this match. I'm sure there's some nerves here sitting down on the stage, but both these players are
Pokemon
ready
trading
to
card
go.
game is so fun.
Haruku
I love
saying
Pokemon
just
trading
a
card
little
game.
bit confident going into this matchup, but has already taken down Evan in a previous match. So I'm excited to see both the established strategies from these players heading into this matchup.
Fox,
Really,
thank you, sister.
anything
12 months.
could
Welcome
happen here, right,
back.
Kyle?
Happy
Right,
1
what a
year.
perfect storyline for both these players. An opportunity to overcome this insurmountable
this is the trading card
accomplishment,
game.
take down this player who's already taken you down before, but also Reggie Drago feels like it has this chance. It has a deck list that works so well, has so many different unique attacks that it can copy, and maybe we can see one of those wild turns with that Kyurem just taking down Pokemon left and right.
Exactly. Also, even just the accomplishments for both of these players. Haruku in last season, a world's top 8 in the junior division. So now sitting here as a finalist, potentially a world champion. I'm sure this match means
How's
a
the
lot.
volume, guys?
Evan, on the other hand, 2019, 2022, and 2023, all top 16 placements.
You went to a few
so
local
now,
tournaments?
stretching
Whoa,
that
that's so
even
sick.
further here on our stage, a finalist and potentially a world champion. You'll have to let us know who you're rooting for, which deck you're cheering on in the crowd. We have
Are
United
these his
States
favorite
up
cards?
against Japan.
And both
Dude,
of
look
these
at this kid
players already
shuffling.
earning
He's
one of
a
those
pro
trophies that
shuffler. Do you
know
guys
they're
see
so
this?
coveted, they're looking for throughout the
Oh my
entirety
God, they're
of
all
the year, but which
sleeved.
will hold the
He's just like
gold
not even looking
here
and
at the World
shuffling.
Championships. Will it be Gardevoir, or will it be
Oh
the
my
deck that we saw
God.
in the Masters division taking over this Reggie Drago V-Star once more? It's
Let me
it's
put
so fast,
myself
it's so
down
unique.
here, like in
and
the
it,
center.
it's also pretty volatile.
Yes.
All the things we love to see on stage.
It sure is.
Holy
this is gonna
chat,
be an
is this
exciting
Aura?
Game
Yeah,
coming up
dude.
for you all.
Haruku's
Both
got
these players
Aura
gonna
for
bring their all,
sure.
but so are their decks. I mean,
He's not
these
even
decks have been
looking at- he's not
curated
even looking
for
while
this
he's shuffling, he's just
event
talking to his
specifically
translator.
into this meta game. And you're having a very popular deck that had a ton of usage in our Masters division, and I'm sure our Seniors division as well, versus Gardevoir that dominated at the North America International Championship, but then sort of fell off because of some other decks that it
Oh,
was gonna
Evan's
go
a pro
against.
shuffler too. I didn't even
But here,
notice.
not for Haruku. He's
Dude,
bringing
these
it to our stage
kids.
saying, nope, maybe I've been playing Gardevoir for a while. I'm comfortable in it. I'm comfortable in the strategies, and we're going
Oh,
to
they're
get
supposed to
things
look.
cracking
That
here
makes a lot of
in our
sense. That they're not supposed to look in the shuffle. That makes a lot of sense. Oh,
NFE was not really an
Oh.
inclusion that you needed
Yes.
in the deck, but now it's guaranteed, has to be here. Shrouded Fable is around, and you have to worry about the fact that this Kyurem
yeah,
can
both
just
of them have
knock
really
out
insane
Pokemon left
results.
and right.
Even like top.
So we see that inclusion. It also means
so
that
many
you have
different
limited bench
tournaments.
space. So when you're trying to include these
I know, they're all
Monkey Dory,
sleeved. It's so
drawing cards
satisfying
with
to look
Curlia,
at.
You have to think about every single bench slot, and that just makes it a little trickier to come up with that perfect
Haruku's
strategy.
undefeated.
Yeah, you got to be thinking. It's a good point, Kyle. We're actually playing
You know what,
the
I'm gonna
trading card
open
game in a
cards
brand new
as we
format
do
here.
this.
We have a new set that came out, Shrouded Fable.
You see your
It brought us
friend,
a lot
really?
of new Pokemon and strategies, a lot of poison,
Deck have to
a lot
be
of
sleeved and
dark
turning.
type
Oh.
Pokemon, and we're gonna see some of that action.
Oh, is this so,
today,
like, you can't
specifically,
see, like, the
as you
back of
mentioned,
it,
Kyle,
just
that
in
Kyurem
case?
that can hit
Like here?
for a lot of damage. It's 110 to 3 different Pokemon, and that could be brutal for these
Makes
setup
sense.
decks that have these
Can't
smaller
mark cards.
HP Pokemon need to set up over time.
I got a hollow
But,
energy card.
Haruku's going to look to change the table here in this matchup, pour things into his favor, because once your engine is going, once
Tony,
you
thank
do
you,
get
sister,
that
12
set
months.
up,
Happy
you
1
can
year,
have these
thank you.
explosive turns, and you have the prize cards on your side as well, because a lot of your Pokemon are
You want it,
single prize
Mud.
Pokemon. So
The
as
hollow
long as we
water?
can
I'll give it
avoid
to you.
Those triple knockouts,
I'll give
we
it to
should be
you.
okay, right?
Here, I'll
Well,
sleeve it
we
right
will
now.
certainly see just that. There's also the Dragapult to worry about too. Spreading
Yes,
those
that's
damage
true.
counters can be so tricky. You incorporate a big knockout with that Drifloon. Beware, because Boss's orders, Prime Catcher,
Jody's
whatever
here.
it may be, is waiting on the other side.
Where?
And that could be 2, 3 prize cards falling pretty quickly.
Exactly, Kyle. It's going to be intense. Both our players are setting up here. We have to have a basic Pokemon to start here in the trading card game. So they're going to draw 7 cards, identify that basic Pokemon, and get things going. How the trading card game works here on our screens, if you are not super tuned in, they're going to have 6 prize cards each for both our players. These are what are being laid out right now. These cards are locked up until you start taking some knockouts and taking these prize cards down.
All right, one rolled. A
You
little
guys are
unfortunate
so
there,
funny.
but 3 energies for Evan.
Krogunk.
A little awkward. We've seen from time to time, you get those energies rolling, it can lead to some good times with the Teal Mask Ogerpon.
Yeah, that is true. This could be potentially a little bit damaging here, but at least we have one on each side there for Evan, hopefully drawing them throughout the match, taking these early knockouts. It looks like we're getting started here. Let's get some hype in the crowd for this match. Kicking off here in our Senior Division World Championships. We're starting off strong here. Haruku going to be going first. Ultra Ball to discard that Drifloon nice and early on, and that Dark Energy. Monkey Dory is going to be the active Pokemon.
Yeah,
Ultra Ball. You can use this card only if you discard 2 other cards from your hand. Search your deck for a
counters from your side of the field to your opponents.
But it's all
good. Start to cause some disruption, save some hit points on your side. Does not really help when that Dark Energy hits the discard pile. You're not bringing it back with the Gardevoir EX. Yeah. It's one of those few energies, and we already saw 1 in the prize card, so if Monkey Dory wants to get into the mix, there's just 1 final Dark Energy remaining.
Wow, what card is
we're
that?
Gonna have to see if that can be drawn
this
or
full art one, what is that?
Shuffled back in if that is an option. Tatsugiri is coming down off of this Ultra Ball. How pivotal do you think Tatsugiri is in this strategy for Haruku?
Wait, Teal Mask Ogerpon
a Pokemon that we typically have only seen from the Japanese
basic
list.
Pokemon?
Yeah.
You can just play
Thank
it?
goodness we do, because you have that opportunity to find that perfect supporter card.
It's so heckin' cute, the art for it.
Top 6. And maybe you
Squishy,
can attract
thank you
some
so much for
customers.
64 months.
We
Welcome
need to find
back.
any
Thank
help
you.
here we can.
All right, let's look at these 6.
Hi, Christian.
We need
Thank
a
you for
supporter
answering
in
my
this hand
question.
to establish this initial
Tatsugiri,
turn
huh?
here. We do not see anything. Of course, 2
Decidueye.
supporters in the prize cards in that Iono as well.
Dude, do you guys
as
see the full
Arvin
art for that
Haruku.
Tatsugiri
So
card, though? It's
maybe,
heckin' cute.
Limiting that Tatsugiri attract customers' ability just a bit there. But did we
Trading
get a look
card
at the
game
opening
makes
hands
a
here
lot
from
of
Haruku? Are we
Pokemon
working
basic
with
that aren't
anything
normally.
else to
I
see here?
see.
Because
I was
the Dark
gonna
Energy's
say like
gone.
an
Monkey Dory's in
Ogerpon as
play,
a
but it
basic
can't use
Pokemon
its
sounds
ability
really
without that Dark
crazy.
Energy.
Oh.
Tatsugiri not netting
What
us
an
anything.
opening.
It's just going
That's
to be
not
a
what
pass
we like to see.
over to Evan Pavelski, and we've talked about this deck so much. It can absolutely pop off potentially, starting here with some Teal Dance, and we're getting groovy out here, Kyle. We're Teal
Puts
Dancing
one
into an
energy
additional
down.
card. Let's see what the starting hand is for Evan. Of course, going second
Yeah, these
does
cards
have
are so
access
pretty.
to a supporter, and that's
But
going to
it's
be the
just the
Iono.
Iono. You saw your opponent did not have the hand.
I don't know. Each
but
player
you don't
shuffles
have
their
the
hand and puts it on the
either.
bottom of their
And
deck.
it's
If
just
either player put any
play
card on the
the
bottom of the deck,
Iono,
and this
give
way
your
each
opponent
player
those
draws a
free
card for
cards,
each
and
of the
maybe
remaining
you can
prize cards.
establish that pivotal Pokemon. You need that Regidrago to start things off, and there is the Ultra Ball.
Very
you might as well
nice.
throw away that Kyurem while you're at it.
Yeah, that's a pretty nice selection there, that Regidrago.
You don't understand
I'm sure
trading
having
card
to
game
come
Pokemon?
out here,
So
but
the way it
another
works
thing we
is
need to see
you
are
can
these
only
dragon Pokemon
face
hitting
your
the
initial
discard
Pokemon.
pile.
You have
This
to
is
draw
the
a basic
entire
Pokemon
strategy
card.
of the Regidrago
You
deck.
place
It
whatever
copies the
basic
moves of
Pokemon
these
card you
dragon
have.
Pokemon that are in the discard
Every
pile.
turn
So
you can
not
only
only is
apply
it a very
one
easy choice
energy,
for a discard
but
to
you
this
can
Ultra
play as
Ball,
many trainer
but it's
cards
also
as you
giving
want, I
those
think.
Pokemon that
But you can
need
only
to set
attack
up
once.
as well. The Super Rod, a late game resource going down for Evan.
And then
not the best.
every
We'd love to see
time
another dragon
you,
Pokemon there, but Evan is working with what he's got at this point in
defeat
time.
the
We would have loved
Pokemon
to see
that
capitalization
are
there off of
placed,
that,
and you take
absolutely
one out,
brutal
you
starting
claim a
hand
card.
for Haruku,
Or you
but
claim a
Evan, like
prize
you said,
as
just
your
has
card.
to do what he's got to do. And well, I'm excited to see what this hand now looks like. A fresh 6
Oh, you
cards
can only
for
use
Haruku
one
on
Might be
the
Wait,
other
what
another
is
side.
fresh 6
supporter
cards,
card?
just depending on what is in the hand. Perhaps
Oh, a
that's
hollow
Walkability EX, a
Houndour?
Pokemon that you could incorporate on that opening
Reverse
turn.
hollow?
Obviously, a great inclusion for the sole purpose
Reverse
of
hollow
drawing
Krogunk?
more cards, seeing more
You don't like
resources, and
Krogunk?
potentially finding that setup that you're looking for. We'd love to see Regidrago
Hollow
V along with more Teal Mask Ogerpon to go with this basic setup, and we're not seeing it just yet.
Not just yet, but can we get there? Of course, Evan is going to take a moment here to identify all the resources that are in the deck. You see the notepad there on the side, jotting down what is in the prize cards. Every resource counts here, especially
you
as
can
we saw
write notes.
energy
That's
in
pretty
the prize cards
convenient.
for Evan as well. So making sure to keep track of all the finite resources you need to carry out these turns throughout the game.
Yeah, of course, the grass energies to continue to draw with the teal mask are so helpful, but the fire energy needed as a requirement of that attack for your V-Star Pokemon. So with only 2 remaining, yes, you have plenty of ways to search it with the Earthen Vessel, but earlier, sooner than later, please.
Yes, please, please. Yeah, there's only 3 fire energy, one of them caught up in the prize cards right now. Evan does get that Regidrago V, of course, for the turn here, which is great. We're going to see the energy switch off of that teal mask Ogerpon, moving that grass energy onto that Regidrago V, starting to build up to its attack here in the future. But we're over on the other side of the field now for the second turn here for Haruku, and we're gonna see it's going a lot nicer than the last turn did.
This is delicious.
It is delicious indeed. We're about to feed a couple of Pokemon here. 70 HP or less are the Pokemon you're targeting down with a Buddy Poffin. So those vaults are what we're wanting to see from Haruku.
And I mean, we saw with
Dang,
Evan's
isn't
turn
Evan's
there, just
bench
2
kinda
cards in
crazy,
hand
though?
is sufficed with
Evan's
the
bench
Regidrago
looks
V
insane
on
to
the other
me.
side. This turn's not over. Arvin helping out.
I'm
Hopefully
so
that energy
curious
is
how
in the hand to go
Haruku's
along with this. This could be
deck
quite
scales,
a turn.
'cause-
See those evolutions. Curlia, come on down.
Exactly.
so many
that is what you're
rocks on the
seeing here. Look
table.
at this. This hand was fantastic. Here, the Arvin searching out that technical machine as well as that Buddy Poffin, getting
the
that Manaphy
Manaphy.
out on the bench to protect here with that Wave Veil ability against damage
Water
on the bench.
Psychic,
Another
and this
Waltz
deck's
joining
got a
us.
lot of,
We're
like-
establishing everything, and this is what I was talking about, everybody. It could get very dangerous once you let a
Guard.
Gardevoir player fully set up here,
see.
because then they're taking knockouts back
Yeah, I
to
don't
back.
really
And
know
not
any of
only
the
do we have
decks
that,
too
we also
well,
have attract
so-
some customers.
That's right. It's not working, but maybe we just gotta
Okay.
cook something new.
Oh, look at that, though. The Tatsugiri not only just attracting the
Technical
customers
machine
or
evolution.
maybe
The Pokemon
not having a great
choose up
business
to
day
2 of your
there
bench
with the
Pokemon for each of these
supporters,
Pokemon. Search your
but
deck for
that
a
technical machine
card that
evolution
evolves from
is
that Pokemon.
huge here. Gonna attach that
so he's gonna
energy
play
to be able
2
to use it.
Curlias.
Gonna discard at the end of the turn, but that is a-okay because we have the refinement ability now unlocked for the next turn here for Haruku from those Curlia on the bench now.
Yeah, Tatsu did its job. Found the Curlia. You have the opportunity to get aggressive with the
You must
Gardevoir
discard a
next
card
turn.
from your hand in order to use
Now it is
ability
all
once
on Evan to find
may
a
draw 2
response.
cards.
That's
Oh, it's
a
just like
pink
you go, you
card,
just
though.
draw
How
like
risky do you
crazy.
get?
Ooh, we do like pink cards, but Evan seems to be going in a little bit of a pickle here.
It's a
As the
Zodua, but
professor's
it's not the
research to
full art
follow
one.
this, but with the Prime Catcher, do you target down a Pokemon like that Manaphy? Do you target down a Curlia and play it a little safer?
We'll have
Discard
to
your
see. It
hand
looks
and
like
draw 7
debating that
Wow, the
strategy
Pokemon
here, Kyle.
trading
What
card
does he
game
want
decks?
to do with this Prime Catcher? A-spec cards,
It's like
those
pretty
bright pink
fast
cards,
paced.
you
You're
can
just
only
like
have
drawing
one
cards and
of any
discarding
type
cards
in your
so
deck.
much.
Here, the Prime Catcher is
It's really
the
different than I
A-spec
thought
here
it would
for
be,
Evan.
'cause, like,
allows you to
one win con
gust
is to
your
run out of
opponent's
cards
Pokemon
to
into
draw,
active as well as
but if
switch
they're
your
drawing
own.
and discarding
But,
this
just
many,
looking through the resources
these
first
games
here on
must end
both
pretty
ends
fast.
of the discard piles before Evan makes that decision.
Yeah, the discard pile
Like, these
doesn't
decks must
tell
scale pretty
enough
fast. I
of
got
the
a
story
Sylveon.
just yet.
Exactly.
There's not that. I don't
Power
believe we've seen the
Glass, Hollow
Earthen Vessel,
Trainer.
which is typically a card that you love to see in this mix. But
Right.
this is the aggressive approach. If you go after the
Hollow, reverse
Manaphy,
Hollow Axew.
maybe you can
Like,
find
plays
that
the
canceling clone and
Manaphy.
go crazy with this professor's research.
We'll have to see what happens. Fresh 7 cards off of this professor's research, getting us some help here. What can we see, Kyle?
Oh, that's Earthen Vessel. There's a little more
Wait,
help.
guys,
But Ultra Ball can go into
look at
the
this Kingdra card I
Regidrago
got.
V-Star. That leads into
Is this
a
like a
maybe
like what is
risky
this? Is this like a
Legacy
full
Star,
hollow?
but if
What
it
does this
counts canceling
mean? It's
clone,
not a
that
full
is Kieran
art.
wiping out everything.
Yeah, that is so dangerous here. And these are the turns we were waiting to see if they would happen here from Evan. This could be huge
EX
potentially,
card,
but
X
we need to
card?
put those pieces together.
Oh.
The canceling cologne, a key
Yeah, it's the
card. It's a
regular art.
one
It's not
copy
the-
in
it's
this
not the
deck for
full
Evan.
art, but-
Would allow him to shut down that Manaphy there and then wreak havoc on Haruku's board on the other side with that Kyurem that is already in the discard pile, copied by that Regidrago V-Star.
The Trifrost, wouldn't that be a way to start things off here in your first game at the World Championships Finals here from the Seniors Division? You could knock out just about everything that Haruku is trying to establish on that side of the board, but we are a couple pieces short. Ultra Ball looking to find that Regidrago V-Star. Maybe Teal Mask Ogrepon with a Grass Energy could find a little more help too.
Maybe we'll have to see here. Not able to utilize that Pheasantipity because there's no knockout here. So that's what we're going to have to see, some Teal Mask action. Ultra Ball being used now. Going to be a discard of the boss's orders as well as that Earthen Vessel going into the discard. All of these resources being accounted for here by Evan.
So
we need to get these evolutions out. We have the Regidrago V-Star now. That is one more piece of the puzzle, and that Legacy Star ability is huge here, Kyle.
Yep, this is a big moment now for Evan. Do you full send at this point? Legacy Star discards a lot of resources. This is your one ability to use for the entire game. Throw away 7 resources, but you get to look through that discard pile and find any 2 cards. And if you throw away that clone, you get it
You
right
have to
back.
throw away 7
Exactly.
resources?
It's a way, the Legacy Star being used as a way to recycle resources. It's a way to clutch those cards toward the end of the game. If you are able to save it up here, it is a key piece to the puzzle here for Evan, but we're going to have to see what this turn brings us here. All right, well, we have the energy now on that Regidrago. V-Star is fully charged up here for some Apex Dragon action.
Has the energy
Safety
cards
first
for
is
Apex
going to be the
Dragon
measure.
Nice and consistent.
in your
Nice and
discard
calm there
pile
with
and use it as an
Suian
attack.
Gudra laying down that
Gudra.
rolling iron. Very safe play here to
Oh my god,
preserve those hit points.
that play is crazy. Or
Your
that play
opponent
is so
hasn't
strong.
shown you anything just yet. They can draw a few more cards, of course, with the Curlia, but they have to reestablish that Manaphy, or else the Kyurem could go crazy with the Trifrost again.
Exactly. You're almost forcing your opponent to have
if you're
to
like a
re-protect
competitive
themselves
player,
here,
you must
or
be
at least
collecting
get into
all the
some
holo
evolutions.
cards for
We
your
do
deck.
see the
Like,
evolution
look
into
at
the
that
Gardevoir
Manaphy
EX,
card, it's so
and
pretty.
That Night Stretcher, a brand new card from Shrouded Fable,
Put a
and
Pokemon
look
or
how
basic energy
beautifully
card from your
it plays
discard pile into
into
your
this
hand.
deck, allowing you to get a Pokemon or a basic energy from your discard pile, go straight into your hands. So that is perfect here for Haruku.
Yeah, and of course, with this setup, when you see a Pokemon like that,
Yeah, the
you
white
look
Pokeballs
at
are
the rest of the
technically
board.
their
You have to
lives.
play it
It's-
safe
if you
and
claim
have
all the
Manaphy,
prize
plenty of
cards
energies
by
being thrown away.
defeating
This is great for a
6
Gardevoir EX,
Pokemon,
but
then you
what
win.
is your attacker in a spot like this?
They
Do
are
you-
look.
do
They
you
you can look
confuse
at it
ever,
like lives.
Or do you get
I never thought
aggressive
about
with
it
the
that way.
Gardevoir EX, start to deal some
Horsey?
relevant damage, but that is your main Pokemon to get your engine rolling.
Yeah, exactly. We are seeing the strategy be pulled together here from Haruku. I love
Earthen
the
Vessel.
just how composed he is as well, going through all these actions, knowing exactly what needs to be done here on these turns,
X
getting
and
those
V
psychic
cards
energy
count as
into
two
the discard
two
pile to
prize
be able to
cards?
re-accelerate them out.
Really?
There's going to be
So if
some
you
damage
claim one, it
counters
counts
going
as, like-
around, so it has to be very careful.
Oh, like if he
where all
takes
of
down
these
this
energies are
V-Star
placed in our
Pokemon,
future
it counts
turns. Of
as
course,
2
this refinement
Pokemon.
ability
Or 2,
huge.
you claim 2
discard,
prize
you
cards.
draw 2 cards. We're going to be drawing a
Whoa.
ton
So
of
it's kinda
cards
like a-
here on Haruku's side. Lots of resources
Well,
to
it's not
work
really
with
a
here, but
gamble
like you
'cause they're,
said,
like,
what's the
strong, but it
strategy?
is a
We're gonna
bit
do
of
an
a
attract
gamble as
customers
well.
once again. Can we actually get a supporter this time? No.
Yeah, they just, it's not working. The business model is struggling, but we've seen plenty
Is this
of
also
cards
best
here,
of
and
3,
that's just
or is
fine.
that too long and it's just like
I
a best
know,
of
yeah,
1?
that is what this deck does. It sees a lot of cards. It gives you
Oh, you got
access
the
to all the
Gardevoir.
strategies you'd like to carry out as soon as you can get this set up. And Haruku
Wow, I
is
got
getting
Iron
there
Moth and
here.
Slitherwing in
Gardevoir
the same
EX
booster.
already out on the field.
best of
We're
3.
utilizing all of these abilities now. They've all been used. We have the retreat,
Oh.
of course.
Here we go.
Look at this.
We're going to hit the confusion
Here we
one time
go.
for the people.
Oh, you'll love to see it. The mind bends. Not only does this Monkey Dory have that Adrenabrain ability, but it can also use Mind Bend. 60 damage, and then your opponent is confused. Of course, there was that Hisuian Gudra V-Star last turn. But yeah, you see that Regidrago V-Star. It's not damaged, but it is
Dude,
looking
confusion
quite
in the trading
confused.
card game
It's
is
like,
so
where am I at?
painful.
What's going on?
Help. Its world has been turned upside down.
Quite
Leave
literally.
while, reverse while.
Yes. help indeed. Let's see if Evan is able to get out of this situation.
No, I
after
can't
that monkey
believe
Dory came
the
into play,
way
added some confusion
Evan
to the
and
field.
Haruku
Gonna start us
are
off with
like
a nest
shuffling
ball.
their
It's gonna give us
cards
this
and shifting through
UEX.
them.
Does
Like
have
you
free
can tell that
retreat
they've
there,
handled
which is a nice
cards
pivot
for
option,
so
to
long,
have
like
on your
every
bench
single
here for the
day, like
future for
over
Evan.
and over and
We've
over
seen the Prime
again.
Catcher already in the discard pile, Legacy Star. If you choose to use that ability, you could find that Prime Catcher
It's
and move around.
crazy.
There's one switch as well. This is a 3 retreat cost Pokemon, so flipping
It's
through
bulky.
this could be scary.
That's a big boy right there.
Right.
3 retreat, that is huge, and that is one obstacle that Haruku has identified
The
to
last
put in
booster
Evan's way
deck.
here. And I'm excited to see how
Until
this turns out. I'm
Pokemon
wondering
sends me
how close
more.
this was to their previous matchup, if it was kind of the same strategies used and how Evan was able to get around them back then. But Ultra Ball is going to be used here now.
Yeah, for Evan, honestly, he may not have wanted to play the Prime Catcher, but had Professor's Research. But
True.
when you know your opponent goes for a confusion strategy, you typically hold those resources. You make sure that you can use the switch, use the Prime Catcher, then maybe Legacy Star, bring those back so you
Rowlet.
can continue to
I
just
actually can't
attack,
believe
attack, and never
This
worry
basic
about flipping the
Pokemon card,
coin.
Rowlet, as
We've
70
seen the
keys.
flips at the stage. Sometimes
They've
they
made
don't go your
basic
way.
Pokemon
they
so
do not
tanky now.
always go your way.
Oh, the
That is
Mew.
very true, Kyle. So we'd like to avoid those
Wait,
as much
V-Star
as
counts as
possible.
two.
Here we
Does
go, Kyle.
X cards also count as
Legacy
two?
Star, 7 cards here. They're all going to go into the discard pile, but then Evan is able to take 2
Dang,
cards
does his
out
deck-
of the
how
discard.
many
and put
cards
them
in
into
his-
the
are in
hands,
his
but
deck
this is,
now?
a bit
He's
awkward here,
discarded
huh,
so
Kyle?
many
One of
cards.
them was the switch, and of course the Prime Catcher is a great card to think about as well. But if we, after this is found, I'm assuming it's going to be the Prime Catcher. There's no more ways to move this Pokemon from the active spot.
Oof, yeah, this is limited
Amit.
resources here for Evan. We've
Amit.
talked so much about having to keep heavy counts of all your resources to make sure you can carry out these strategies in the later game. But this is where you start seeing things get a little bit dicey here. If you're just 1 card short on one of these turns, you could fall behind significantly. But Prime Catcher is going to be used here. That's going to bring
I
up
got a
one of these
reverse
Pokemon
holo
on
Eevee.
Haruku's side of the board, as well as allowing
pretty
Evan to
nice.
get out of this state of confusion
Reverse
on that
holo
Regidrago
Jolteon?
V-Star. Going to the bench, nullifying that effect. The Mew EX already
got
is
another
able to
Cresselia.
hard retreat for the turn, thanks to that free retreat cost for Evan as well. And we are still getting into some cards.
Yeah,
No
the turn where
full art
Manaphy's up, you don't
Zorua,
have the
though.
cologne.
No
The
full
turn
art
where you bring up the
Zorua.
Curly, you do have the cologne.
Mm-mm.
It's just not all lining up here, but certainly Evan will feel comfortable with an attacking Regidrago V-Star in the active spot after the retreat from the Mew. Just continue to build on the board state that you have here, find those energies, and accelerate them to your Pokemon. You've got the Teal Mask to draw an additional resource, the Fire Energy to the bench to Drago makes sense, and maybe this is going to be a game where you just have to start flipping.
That is true. You might have to start seeing some flips here. I mean, we like seeing some flips on the stream. It's always a bit hype, but
It's
maybe
not me, yeah, that's-
nerve-wracking. Yeah, it's not us. Definitely nerve-wracking to get through
Dang, a
if
lot
you
of
are the person
Pokemon don't
flipping that coin, or
fall,
I guess rolling
or,
that dice here. But
faint.
Evan now back into the active position with that Regidrago V-Star. We're going to see an attack here from one of these dragon Pokemon in the discard pile. It's going to be the Dragapult EX this time
Dragapult
around.
EX.
And missed opportunity, I suppose, if you wanted to get the prize cards, if Hawlucha were available, 6 to the Manaphy, and maybe taking it down with the 10 extra damage would have worked out well. And you can see already, Evan, he's considering using this attack from Dragapult many more times. All of these Pokemon now lined up to be knocked out from 6 damage counters.
Yeah, exactly. Phantom Dive. It is a huge move in this deck off that
Phantom
Dragapult
Dive.
EX. Not only are you hitting 200 damage in the active, which is a huge amount, but you get 6 damage counters to place onto your opponent's Pokemon in any way that you'd like. That's what we're seeing right now from Evan. So gonna get that knockout, gonna get these damage counters. First prize card has been taken here. Or sorry, second prize card for Evan. Only 4 more to go to close out this game. But like you said, Kyle, it could get pretty dicey here on both sides of the field, because we're seeing those damage counters be placed now on Haruku's side, as well as Evan might be worked into some of those dangerous situations with some confusion down the line.
Yeah, and of course, when you take a prize card, it leads to maybe some unfair
These are the
activities on the other
cool
side.
cards I
An
got
unfair
from
stamp waiting
today.
in the hand.
Yes.
of
Ooh.
Haruko.
Or, sorry,
That
this
is
one's not from today,
dangerous,
but
as we've
these two.
seen so many resources
This
already
king drop?
used by Evan. No way to move the
And
active
this
Pokemon.
one.
You put them on a 2-card hand. I've already seen plenty of grass energies too. How do you draw out of this?
Yeah, exactly. Unfair stamp in the trading card game. Anytime unfair is in the title of a card, you
then
know it's
I
probably
have this
pretty good. So
hollow water
Haruka
energy
choosing
for
that ace spec
Mud.
for this Gardevoir
The
list
next time I
specifically.
see her,
and
please remind me,
we're turning out this
someone.
turn here with the Ultra Ball discarding a Psychic Energy as well as one of those technical machines to draw another Pokemon out of the deck in that second Monkey Dory. 2 Monkey Dory lists. That's pretty consistent now with our Gardevoir players. This list has been heavily refined here. No pun intended, Kyle, by a lot of our players. And
No
yeah,
pun
2 Monkey is the way to
intended.
go.
Yeah, the one piece that's missing now is those dark energy to go along with it.
I know.
Move these damage counters away. They're starting to stack up. It gets
Yes.
dangerous with the Dragapult attack on the other side. You can't let the Phantom dive.
Exactly. Phantom Dive, so dangerous. You're almost put on a clock here by the Regidrago V-Star deck. As soon as those damage counters keep mounting and you have no way to move them off with that Monkey Dory, thanks to not having the Dark Energy. 1 has been discarded, 1 in the prize cards. Haruku could work himself into some dangerous situations here. The Refinement discarding another Psychic Energy into 2 more cards to the hand. The hand is pretty stacked here right now, but we're getting even more stacked up with this Arven here as well. Super Rod being drawn as the item card off of the Arven for the supporter for turn.
Yeah, Super Rod is a big help when you're thinking about the dark energy. We see the damage
Deck
on the
out
Curlia.
and forgot. Do you
need to
mean
move
like
that
you
as
run
soon
out
as
of
you
cards
can.
to draw in the
draw
deck?
engine of the
Yeah,
deck
that's a
needs
win
to
con.
remain
You
around
lose
as
if
often
you
as
run out of
possible.
decks
And
or run out
this
of
is
cards
one
to
way do
draw.
just that. If
Which is
there's a
why
way to
I'm
search
so
out that dark
surprised at
energy,
the
that'd be
pace
great.
that
But
Evan
we'll
was
also
like
take this
drawing
cool
and
combo
discarding.
here with the
Yes.
Drifloon
Because
Artisan. Sign me
I feel
up.
like it'd be
Yes,
scary,
that
but I guess it's
Drifloon coming
fine.
down onto the bench here thanks to that Artisan. That is our stadium in play from Haruku. Drifloon, the little balloon, it's out. It is ready here, Kyle.
We love alliteration. Time for a balloon blast.
Balloon
perhaps?
blast,
freaking love
baby.
alliterations.
Balloon blast with the bravery charm. We're
Okay,
getting,
for those of you guys who are
ready here
tuning
on
in
the
just
bench,
now, thank you
for
to the
Haruku.
Pokemon Company. Thank
Look
you to
at
the
that.
Pokemon Company
The only
International
time
for
you want
sponsoring
to
today's
damage
stream
your
today.
Pokemon
Make sure to
almost
check
to a
out the
knockout.
link in
So
my panel
might as
below
well
or
protect
type
it a little more
exclamation
here
point
with the
Terra
bravery
Raid
charm.
in the
Oh,
chat to
there's
learn
plenty
more
to go
about
here.
the Terra
This
Raids
is
that are
what we're
available
gonna
to us
we
today.
love
the
them. We
nice
love the stretcher
stretcher
for the dark.
too. Oh my goodness, we didn't even account for that there, Kyle. Look at this right now. Psychic Embrace, bringing all of these psychic energy onto this Drifloon in the active position. It has to take a ton of damage counters, 2 for each energy attached here. But you want that damage. It is 30 damage per damage counter on that Drifloon. It's got a little extra HP here, and that is a knockout on the Regidrago V-Star.
Oh my God.
It was fully loaded with energy. Now it's fully loaded into
I
the
like
discard pile.
kind of
for Haruku.
understand
That is the first
Haruku's
2
deck,
prize cards
but
on the
Haruku's
right
deck is
side
like-
of our field, and Evan Pavelski is going to
I
have
don't
to
know.
respond now, promoting that Mew EX with that free
It's pretty
pivot into the
scary.
active position. Where's this turn going to go from here, Kyle?
Well, 3 cards in hand, one of them being a nest ball. Probably not your favorite. Artisan to look through the deck for basic Pokemon. You don't really need
Your
that. And
name's
you have
Evan
10 cards
Mystery?
remaining in deck. So finding a solution here seems to be pretty difficult. Of course, you have the Regidrago V-Star to help out. You need 1 additional energy, but maybe a boss's orders. if
Black
that were
Raven,
there,
thank you so for
you could
48
take
months.
a
Happy
pretty
4
cool combo
years. Thank you,
knockout
thank you.
and take 2 prize
Happy
cards.
4 years.
Maybe get a little closer.
Yeah, unfortunately for Evan, we've had a bit of awkward turns in a lot of these hands that we've seen.
Kingdom
the
Hearts
boss's
fan, thank you
orders,
so
at
much for
least
gifting
one
us.
of
It's
them
a
was in
mystery.
the
Thank
discard pile.
you.
We see this one now in the deck here, that nest ball being activated to check out the resources that are still available in the deck.
Yeah, it looks like this guy right here might be helping us out here. The Mew, if you can play with the low hand size, restart might honestly be your best bet, finding some additional resources. You don't want to find research or anything at this point. You'll deck out, you'll lose. We'll move to game 2. Instead, maybe you can find the exact right cards to help out, and the awkwardness of holding energy switch when all your energies are already where you want them.
Yeah, that is unfortunate for sure. Halucha is going to come down onto the
Hey,
field
I
right here
just
for Evan.
traded that
It's gonna allow
Pokemon
that
today
ability
for a
to be
shiny
activated
Comfy.
to get 10 damage counters down onto the field of 2 different Pokemon with that flying entry.
Are you
It's
sure I can't put them both
swooping
on
in.
Curlia? Just once.
Please.
Judge. Well, looks like the targets of choice are the Monkey Dory and the Manaphy. 2 cards to help out. One is Boss's Orders, but there's no energy to go along with this. Pheasantipity, help. There is energy to help.
Help. Can we flip some script? We got some energy here that can be accelerated down for Evan.
There's not much left. These are some pretty solid resources, of course. I believe the Ultra Ball is there in hand too, so you can search out the final Regidrago V-Star if it is there, but wants to preserve the resources and perhaps just draw right into them. If it's 4 cards in your deck, you know what you're drawing.
Exactly. Iono is going to be used here for both of our players, shuffling up the hands.
Iono is such a popular trainer
of
card.
That very slim deck on Evan's side.
Hey, look at that.
4 resources here. It's almost like we knew what was going to happen there, Kyle. All right, we have going through the discard pile here now, looking at all of the Pokemon that are in there that Evan is able to utilize so far in this matchup.
And you put your opponent on a lower hand size now. Maybe they're missing some resources.
Dude, these
There's a
cards are
question.
so
Do you
pretty.
wanna
I can't
play a
stop
little
staring
more
at them.
defense? You're running out of time. You could preserve some hit points. Maybe the reduction of 80 from Rolling Iron would help, but
True.
Like, you know, they
Dragapult could
collected these
also
cards
just
themselves.
continue to draw more prize
And
cards
it's just like,
target
look
down
at how many
Manaphy.
hollow
Looks like
energy
safety
cards
is the name of the game.
has.
3 prize cards
Look at
remaining,
all those
however, and
hollow, like,
there's a lot of
psychic
time here
energies.
for Haruku to establish a pretty big play.
Exactly. There's time, and time is dangerous when you give it over to a Gardevoir deck. 3 prize cards left to take for Evan to take this game away. After that, Rolling Iron, rolling up some biscuits in this matchup here. 80 reduction on the left side of the field, as well as that knockout. Haruku, on the other hand, taking some damage there on that Monkey Dory.
Oh, there's Screamtail hanging out in there. That's not great news if you're Evan.
It's a fancy one, too.
Yep.
That is a fancy-looking Screamtail indeed.
You have to think there's probably a way to get there at this point. If you want to take down a 2-prize knockout, you see plenty of damage on the other side. The Monkey Dory could spread a little bit.
The
You
Monkey
could use
Dory.
Screamtail to attack and start taking a 2-prize knockout.
Yeah, at this
How do you
point,
want to go about this?
exactly. At this point, it's up to Haruku to just decide the strategy here. We're first going to draw into some cards.
Wait,
Refinement
sorry,
is going to be activated,
clarification.
getting one of those Curlia into the discard pile. 2 additional
the
cards.
prize
That
card
Screamtail,
counters,
potentially
are
coming
they
down onto the
theirs
bench
or are
here
they
now.
the
Roaring
opponent's?
Scream
Do you know what I mean?
is the name of the game for that.
Like, is it
attack
their
there on that
lives or-
Screamtail. It's very cute,
It's
but it
theirs?
is dangerous. Don't
Okay.
be fooled here by that scream.
This one doesn't need a microphone. It's going to get you.
Yeah, it'll get you indeed 20 damage for each damage counter to any of your opponent's Pokemon.
I'm
We
sure,
saw that Iono being used
both
4
Evan and
cards to the
Haruku,
hands
I
now
feel like
for
if you're
Haruku. What are you
friends-
seeing, Kyle?
If you
there's a
compete in
counter
Pokemon
catcher
trading
in
card
the hand,
games
so
and you have
maybe
friends,
it'll target down a
then
different Pokemon if
I
you
feel
so
like people
choose
would
here.
trade
You
you
should
the
establish
cards. No, I feel like
perhaps a
if my
checkmate
friend was
situation if
competing
you attack with
in
the Gardevoir,
Pokemon
load up the
Worlds,
damage
trading
onto the
card
Screamtail,
game,
but then you
and
start
I
to get
like
into
found a
situations with
hollow
Dragapult you
card
don't
for
wanna get
something
into,
that they
so
play,
Yeah.
I would probably just give
what
it to
is
them.
the right way?
What is the right way? We're going to have to see where this turn goes, what Haruku chooses to do. I'm trusting this right now. It's going to be the counter catchers.
King Kuma,
because
thank
you're
you so much for 2
behind
months in
in
a row. Welcome
prize
back.
cards
Jack
on the
Boss,
right
thank you
side,
for
but counter
36
catchers
months.
a
Happy 3
fantastic
years.
card to have here because it allows you to pivot one of your opponent's Pokemon into the active here. That Hawlucha coming up here, but that Screamtail damage can go wherever.
Yeah, I like this strategy. Your opponent is running very low on resources. Force an additional retreat once more from your opponent. Take the knockout on the Pheasantipity.
Ooh.
It's less cards that they can draw.
Dude,
if
this
they have
must
the
be
grass
so
energy, they can't draw
hype
with it because they need
for
to
both
retreat
of
with
them.
it. And Haruku
know?
is down to just 2 prize cards remaining here.
It's so sick.
Yeah, this is huge. This is the bread and butter of the Gardevoir deck. Has these strategies enacted here in the later game. There's single prize Pokemon that are so dangerous. You have to take them out, but then you're almost walking your opponent into these future plays.
Okay, we got to think about this. Superior Energy Retrieval, Boss's Orders in hand. Is there a way to search to draw into the final Canceling Cologne? Is there
yes.
enough hit points on the other side to take a triple knockout?
Yeah,
As he Plenty of them here. Let's bring up Manaphy and figure it out.
This could be huge here. Boss's orders.
Until the end of your
for
turn, your
Energy
opponent's
switch.
Pokemon has no
Manaphy here.
ability.
Energy switch leads to the retreat that you need.
Oh, look at that. The Artisan being
Switching one
used
of your
to look
opponent's
at these
bench will go to
cards.
the
It's
active
only 4
spot.
cards left in the
Oh.
entire deck here for Evan. But if this strategy could be pulled off and there's enough damage on that side to take all of these prize cards, this could be huge here, Kyle.
Yeah, trying to line it up with the restart from the Mew. You can thin down the hand. You have to play out all the cards, and maybe it's down to a 50-50. We'll see.
Oh.
4 cards remaining. Looking for maybe. We'll see the boss's orders.
Boss's
How
orders.
low can you get this hand down? It's the superior energy retrieval for just 1, I presume. You draw 3. If it's the last card in the deck, you lose.
This is huge. Let's see what this is going to be here. Restart on that Mew EX.
He found
we have it. The canceling cologne here coming into play. It's going to shut that Manaphy down here and allow Evan to take all of the prize cards needed to win this game in our seniors division championships. Let's hear it from the crowd.
What just happened? Wait, he turned it around so fast.
What a way to close things out.
He like gambled
in
something.
that opening game there for the senior division.
On the edge of my seat there, Kyle. I mean, that was a
Wait, can somebody break that
fantastic way
down
to
in
close
layman's
things out.
terms?
And you see how just that
Yeah, that was a
one
very
copy
last
of
turn
a card
possible.
in that
He
canceling
almost
cologne
lost
in
to like a deck
like this
draw.
can make such a difference when you know how to use it. And Evan Pavelski
Wait,
did
can
exactly
somebody
that,
please
playing
explain to
everything
me what
smooth,
just
steady,
happened?
even when it got dicey.
Okay,
We had
replay.
the answers there. Let's take a look at what we just saw from this match.
Oh wait,
Yeah,
can
safety
we? I wanted
first,
to
we
see
saw
like the last
immediately
play.
incorporating the Hisuian Gudra V-Star as a great attacker here.
All of us are so lost. He played. I know he played 2 trainer cards.
Move the damage
Something
around
and then
start to build
blocked
up
the
these big
Manaphy,
knockouts.
and then he drew
Drifloon was
something.
prepared to deal
He brought the
300
Manaphy.
damage.
Yeah, he brought the
It
Manaphy
got
to active
scary here.
position
Not a lot of
on
resources
the Manaphy to
remaining.
stop its ability,
How
so he
was
could do
Evan going
damage
piece
to the
together
bench.
the puzzle from this point? He was avoiding confusion at a lot
Taffy,
of
you are
times.
so funny.
And for Haruku, it came down to one final play. Remove
Oh,
Fezandivity.
so he had
Hopefully
a
your
card
opponent
that
can't
could
draw
attack
through
the
rest of deck and
bench.
find all
Also,
of
the
pieces that they
Manaphy
need. It was
stands.
boss's
The
orders.
Manaphy
It was
exists in
drawn
this deck
down
to
to a
protect the
0 card
bench because the
hand
bench,
and
honestly,
canceling
like
clones to do
HP wise, is pretty weak.
everything that
He
needed
had
to
a
close
card
out
that does
with a Triforce
damage to the
take game
bench.
Yeah, that is
And so he
huge here.
canceled the
We see the
Manaphy's
shouting
ability
from the crowd
and
after
knocked
that
out 3
win. That was
Pokemon
an
on his
incredible
bench.
Game 1
With
between
which
our
Pokemon
seniors
did
finalists
that
here
damage?
in the championship. But we're going into a game 2. We'll see if those strategies can remain from both of these players.
The
it was
Kyurem,
so
oh, okay.
close there. And
So
we
the
talk a
Kyurem
lot,
has
Kyle,
an
about
ability.
Legacy
I understand
Star,
how
it
these
can
decks
get
are
you
working,
back these
though, which is
materials that
kinda
you need
nice,
in the
you know?
later game. But that's not even what necessarily happens here for Evan. He
Yeah,
was able
I
to
mean,
thin things
the
down
wave
as
veil
much
is
as
crucial
possible,
for this
line
for
up that
this for
percentage
Haruku's
chance
deck
and just drawing
because
into those cards that were needed at the end of that game, and everything
it is
lined up
literally
there,
what keeps
thankfully for Evan
his
to
deck
take down that
alive.
game 1.
Yeah, Evan didn't even draw cool stuff off the Legacy
How
Star.
do
He
you see
grabbed
the
a
HP?
Yeah, that's
Oh,
true.
when they
and a
draw the
Prime
cards, you can
Catcher.
see. They're kind of high
As basic
numbers,
as it gets,
though.
but it was what he needed
But
at the
it's
time,
like,
just to continue drawing
it's
and
probably
continue
one of the larger
finding a
numbers
way
on the
to
screen.
promote a relevant attacker, put pressure
But
on
it's
his opponent.
yeah, it's like
just that.
underneath
Haruku
to the
with a
right
fantastic
of
play
the
throughout
Pokemon.
there, trying to stay afloat. Found the Dark Energy, found the Monkey Dory, continued to put together some pressure, but it was just a little bit too late.
Little bit too late. Yeah, we saw everything handled nice and smoothly there for Haruku, but it was just not enough there in the end. What do you think about that strategy, and do you think we'll see sort of a similar strategy going into this game 2 from Haruku?
I think if Haruku saw that opening that he had in turn 2,
Yeah.
if that was a turn 1,
Yeah,
that would've been
Haruku
pretty sweet.
doesn't have
That was
much
basically the difference
time.
in
Like,
the game,
it feels
having
like
that
his
one additional turn.
cards
the double
kind of
buddy
need
pop and that led to
scaling,
a
but
full
Evan's
board
deck
was
is just
perfect,
like
but it was just a little late.
Yeah, to think that we got
It
to that
reminds
hand
me of,
off
like,
of an Iono as well.
just
We'll see what
constant big
happens
hits.
in this second
Evan's deck
game
is like
between these
constant
players.
big
We had
hits,
the fist
and
bump. We're
Haruku is like
kicking
a
things off here
scaler.
in our game 2 of the
Like a
senior finals of
scaler
our
of
World
little hits
Championships.
until
That was a turn.
later.
We missed a whole turn here, Kyle. What are we doing here? An energy of being placed down onto this Ralts. There's another Ralts on
So
the
this
bench
is the
here,
card
but
that
that's gonna be
canceled
the entire turn. Not a
Manaphy's-
single card
the
in the
Manaphy's
discard
ability.
pile here for Haruku. That Tatsugiri as well, and the Drifloon and a Curlia in the prize cards as well. The other side, a Regidrago
But it makes sense,
V-Star,
I
an
get
energy
it.
switch card,
So
Nest Ball, and
Kieran
a couple
has
of
it
supporters on
as
the
an
bottom for
attack
Evan
that does
Pavelski.
attack to
Yeah,
the
we've seen that the
bench.
switch could
How
be
much attack does it
important
do
at
to the
times,
bench?
especially if your opponent
Must have
already has
been
a
a
good
lot.
setup and uses that Monkey Dory to confuse. But other than that, both players could work with these resources. The Curly is a little unfortunate, but at this point in time, it's all about establishing a board presence. And Evan, he's throwing away some dragon-type Pokemon, finding the energies, but are the basic Pokemon there to go along with this? You love to see the Teal Mask early on.
Yeah, that's what we're gonna love to see if it can happen here. But hey, we at least have one piece of the puzzle in this Dragapult EX hitting the discard pile. So what your strategy is, get these energy out. Hopefully you can accelerate them with some Teal Mask, Ogre Pond, draw into some additional cards. Thin down
I
your
think
deck
not
here,
even
get
just a
these
bad
Dragon Pokemon
opener,
in the
but
discard,
getting crucial
and
cards
Evan
stuck
is
in the
trying
prize
to get
card
there.
pile
What a sneaky
would be
little nod
rough.
there with the, we've seen the
It would
Hawlucha
be
just
quite
pop out
rough.
at the last second. Says, you know what, turn 2.
But I really enjoy and appreciate the fact that they have very different style of decks.
And knock that Pokemon
That's
out. So
fun.
if your opponent doesn't have a great setup, this could get dangerous. Teal Mask helps out in that situation too.
Yeah, this is huge here. Drawing any more cards to the hand here could line up those pieces, especially if Haruku cannot have some answers in this next turn, not even having played a single card yet. But
is Iono.
It's gonna be the Iono every time, Kyle, every time.
No, he
So
loves
Haruku
this
is gonna
Iono
get a new
card.
hand
He really
here.
does.
Evan on the other side
like
as
he's
well.
always looking
Brand new
for
hands
like
for
the
both
crucial
players.
cards,
We're
and it's just
steadying out the field.
Whoa, that's
really
a
looking for
good hand.
specifics.
A lot of searching in an
Beautiful.
earthen vessel along with a professor's research for next turn. I don't think it gets much better than that when you're trying to establish this board and start to flood the board with energies as well.
Yeah, this is dangerous here. If you're looking at this board state on Haruku's side of the field, first Nest Ball here played, Regidrago V out. Second Nest Ball is going to be here as well to
What
get
does
another
Nest Ball
basic
do?
Pokemon down. And that is pretty huge here for Evan. All right, still searching through the deck. I mean, you see these cards are flying here, looking at all the resources. We're going to have a second Teal Mask Ogre Pond come on to the bench.
That is
Already have the energy to match as
that's
well.
the worst thing to see from Haruku's side is, he just throws away Professor's research in his 2-card hand. Yeah, I'm probably in a little bit of trouble here.
A little bit of a pickle potentially here from
Search your deck for a
Haruku looking
basic
at
Pokemon,
this
put it onto
match
your bench, then
now,
shuffle
and
your
we
deck.
still have some dancing
it's like
to
the
do.
OG
Teal Mask Ogre
Pokeball.
Pond going to draw into an additional Nest Ball here off of that Teal dance ability.
Yeah, there's honestly not much
Right,
else
it's like
you
the
need.
OG
You might
Pokeball.
preserve the resource and
Except,
find,
wait, Nest Ball is guaranteed, huh? Pokeball, you have to like
at some
flip a
point if you
coin.
think your opponent will get a solid start off, but this is all on Haruku to show that he's
Pokeball
got
also
something going
allows
on.
you to search for any Pokemon.
Heavy Ball looking for help.
Yeah, his
I only
Heavy
know
Ball
very
at
OG
least
cards.
can get us a resource here, allowing Haruku to get a basic Pokemon out of the prize cards, exchange it with that Hisuian Heavy Ball, and that's shuffled back
The
up.
thing
and it's gonna be
is,
redisplayed
Evan's
on
basic
our
Pokemon
clear
cards are so
prize card
crazy.
screen.
Look at
Drifloon
your
was
face down
the
prize cards. You may
selection
reveal a basic
there. Buddy
Pokemon you find there.
Poppin'
Put it into
going
your
down
hand
now.
and
Let's
put
get
this
some more
Hisuian Heavy
benched
Ball in its
Pokemon
face
here
down
for
card.
Haruku.
Yeah, and that was a big nod to how
Wait,
the
this
rest of
card
this
is
game
insane.
could potentially go. If you
This
search
Heavy
for
Ball
Drifloon, then you're
card?
comfortable with the fact that your hand might turn into something. If you need to find Tatsugiri, then you already know the hand is bad, and we're going to be in some trouble. So it feels comfortable in this spot. What else is there? Is there a Curlia to draw some additional resources? Arvin. All right, we don't need to attract customers. We already got them.
Yeah, we got him now. The business has definitely picked up here, Kyle, for sure. Arvin is huge here, getting out that technical machine evolution for Haruku. It was pivotal in our game 1, and we're seeing it come down again. Thanks to that beautiful Arvin that's selects these cards
Search your
out
deck
of
for
your
an
deck and
item
helps
card and a
out so
Pokemon
much.
tool card.
We're seeing
Reveal
the
them and put
same
them into
thing
your hand,
as
then
well
shuffle
with
your
that
deck.
Buddy Buddy Poffin once again. All of these routes are being established here. The
Heavy Ball
Ultra
can
Ball
whiff,
being
though.
played
Yeah, I
now
can
as
see
well.
it
And to
whiffing.
think this was all off of
But
the
it might have some
Iono
huge
once
value as
again
well.
from Evan's
Especially
side.
if you have
Every
Evan's deck, it
single
would have so
time.
much value
Every
because
just like
his
this.
his
Don't
Pokemon
give your
are
opponent that
literally
hand
all
in.
like go big or go
Honestly,
home.
could've already
You know what I
could've already
mean?
been.
So if you
Arvin,
have one of
Curlia's
those
everything
in the
ready to
prize
go, but
card
you can't
pool
show
and
that on the
you
opening turn.
played that Heavy
Instead,
Ball
now
card,
here
that
we
would
are.
be
Yes,
that
throw
would be
away these
quite
vital
crazy.
resources that you need, the Drifloon and the Gardevoir. You
He's
can
got
find them
such
at
a,
later
like, go
point.
big,
Right
go
now,
home
you
deck.
have to continue to draw and build this board state.
Yeah, you can get him set up later on with some retrieval there. First refinement here, drawing into 2 additional cards after the discard
You must
of that
discard a
Ultra
card from your
Ball.
hand in
We
order
are
to
going to
use
see
the-
that
oh, right, you draw 2
TM
cards.
evolution come down. Energy is already attached to be able to utilize it here. And the Monkey Dory joining the field.
Yep, typically you'd see the double Curlia in a spot like this. We already saw one in the prize cards, but this will be the Gardevoir this time around. Understands that we might need to put a little pressure on this time because Evan is in a pretty great spot. Showed off all the energies to go along with it. Has basically
this UI is sick. So if you guys look above here, it says energy support or retreat,
so dangerous,
and
Kyle.
it means you can use, or they've used each of one. So if it gets ticked off, I think it means that they used one of those cards. And you can only use each one once, like energy supporter or retreat.
On Evan's side of the playing field, Reggie Drago V with 2
so that's really
energies
nice. It shows you like the cost above me.
We have another grass energy in the hand as well as some ball search here. It's going to be the Ultra Ball, discarding that Reggie Drago V and a Nest Ball.
You can only use it once per turn.
Yeah, and if you have a Pokemon that you specifically want in the
It's
discard
really
pile this time,
convenient,
now would
though.
be the
That's some
chance.
good
You're
UI.
using the professor's research, but if it's already there, or you feel comfortable throwing it away with Legacy Star later on, just establish this Pokemon. Let's attack this turn.
Yeah, let's get some safety moves here. Reggie Drago V-Star is out
Legacy
on the
Star,
field
during your
now,
turn, you may discard the
which
top
means
set.
that Apex Dragon can be used down the line here for Evan. So, like you said, Kyle, getting that consistency out there, making sure to stabilize the board here before we draw into some more cards with this hand.
Another question, I suppose, is this grass energy. You could draw an additional resource, but if you throw it away, that's not great. So let's just attach it for the turn. Maybe find another grass.
During your turn, you may
later
discard
on
the
to
top
draw
7
with
cards of your deck. Then put the 2 cards from your discard pile into your hand. You can't use more than one V-Star power in the
It's
game.
like you predicted it here. Grass energy to the hand.
Wait, you can't
Professor's
use more than
Research
one V-Star
netting us
power in a
7 more
game.
cards
In a
here.
whole
We're safe.
game?
We got the Reggie Drago V-Star. It has the fire energy
Discard your
attached
hand and
to
draw
additional
7
grass
cards.
energy. We're dancing on the bench here with this teal mask Ogerpon EX to draw into additional cards here as well. And we're looking much safer with
I'm
this
guessing
board
these
state
Ogre
Reggie
Pawn
Drago V
cards
as
are just
well
like
on the bench
stall
here for Evan
cards.
for future turns.
Yeah, the Ultra Ball to continue to search through. Maybe
I just like
a
look at the
second
comparison of the
Reggie Drago
basic
V-Star
Pokemon
could
available
be
to them, and it's
incorporated.
just like
You could
Haruka's deck
start
like
to use the
scares me
Holucha
because
if
it
you
looks
can
like
target down
it
that
looks
wolf on
so
the other side that
feeble
was
compared
not
to
evolved.
Evan's
It's
deck, but like
occasionally
I
something we see
understand how
players go
Haruka's deck
for.
works because of the mana
Yeah, we're going to see
fee.
what the strategy is here. The Ultra Ball being used. 2 more discards
Does-
here for Evan.
Does mana fee have to be an
search out any
active for its
Pokemon
ability to
from
work,
the
or can
deck.
it
We'll have
work
to
on the
see
bench
which
as
one
well?
It was that went to the hand. The energy switch as well. Starting to get that Reggie Drago V on the bench loaded up. The Pheasantipity is here as well as that Holucha.
Oh, it
We're
works
gonna
on
get
the
those
bench.
damage
Wow, what a
pings
crazy
down.
card.
That flying
Move up basic
entry,
energy
it's
from one of your
flying
Pokemon
in. It's pecking these little Pokemon on the bench here for Haruku. And you know what that means, Kyle. This is huge here. Dragapult EX coming out of the woodwork. It's being played in the Reggie Drago V-Star deck, but it has so much utility as you see those 2 Pokemon going down here on Haruku's side of the field, and that is going to limit us so much in this game here for Haruku. That is so much of the strategy that has now been debilitated.
I feel like
on the
almost
field.
This is what happens when you
Evan's
don't switch
deck
out that
is
other
like
Curlia there. You
very
could have protected
strong
this
into
Pokemon, maybe
Haruku,
stuck
but
around for a little
apparently
bit longer,
Haruku has beat
drawn
Evan
additional
before.
resources. Instead now 3-card hand, 1 Curlia to
The
hopefully
Ogre
draw
Pawns
out
are
of this
used for drawing
situation.
one
Any
card
supporter,
for
something
each
to
grass
help out
energy
here would be
attached,
great.
once per turn per Ogre Pawn. Then they switch the energy from
It's
the Ogre Pawn to the
dark
Reggie
energies and
Drago
Ultra
using
Ball.
energy switch
This is
item
not
card.
helping right
Oh,
now.
that's like the
I mean,
opener.
we do
It's
have
like the
dark
opener
energy
for
that
Evan's
can be
deck.
placed
I
on the Monkey
see.
Dory.
Yeah, because Evan
But,
is like
those
power
Pokemon were
drawing. He is
wiped
just
out
drawing
here. There's
cards
only
and
one
shuffling and
damage
discarding
counter on the field on that
nonstop.
mana fee here. We're going to see those 2
Non-stop.
now. So
Wait,
at
let's
least
go
it's gonna be able
Chaos.
to
You know, I
shift
just want to
these
say
damage
a lot of
counters
people
off of
sometimes just like
Haruku's
turn
field
on my
onto
stream and
Evan's
just
side with that
sometimes
Adrenaline Rain
fortune just
ability
walks
on the
in their
Monkey Dory.
direction. So
Wise to
I
protect
just
the
want
mana
to
fee in
say,
that
like,
spot. Just
remember
another Dragon Ball attack.
Hey, look
there
at
was somebody
that.
who asked somebody out on a
What is
date
that?
and that went well. That also wasn't
Flip
like the
upside
first
down
time
the
that's
mind
happened.
bend, coming back in as a part of the strategy here for Haruku to get past the obstacles in this game, throw some Evan's way. We see the confusion there on the Reggie Drago V-Star now, and Evan has a couple of cards in hand.
I hope Haruka
here, but
wins
now they're in the
this so
discount
that they
pile.
can do a 1-1, you know?
You'll see plenty of potential pop-off opportunities. If you find the pink card, and there it is,
Yeah,
Prime
there
Catcher
it
canceling
is.
Cologne. Oh my goodness.
Wow,
Hold up.
those 2 in combination are so dangerous here. Evan looking at this hand that was drawn off the professor's research. Gonna play it out here. Stay calm, stay cool, stay collected, and get through this turn. But Prime Catcher canceling Cologne is in the hands here. We're gonna see that Earthen Vessel discarding a card as well to get 2 more energy out. We have even more play for this turn from Evan.
Yeah, not only finding a way to move this Pokemon, but potentially to cash in on a debilitating attack. Removing the Kirlia just in general would be devastating to limit the hand size that Haruku will see. Oh boy.
Yeah, this is huge here. Prime Catcher bringing up that Kirlia here.
Switching one of your opponent's bench Pokemon to the active side. If you just switch your active Pokemon with one of your bench Pokemon.
In the active position here, that Regidrago V-Star.
Dude, this is so scary for Haruku.
This is a different one, of course, from that Prime Catcher also being brought up into the active position.
Put 6 damage counters on your opponent's bench
top
Pokemon
of the discard pile here. That's Phantom Dive, taking out the Kirlia. Another prize card here for Evan, leaving Haruku.
Dude, this is so scary. Like, Evan's deck is so brutal. I don't know. How do you stall that?
To be seen.
It's just more energy.
Wait, so I don't understand. How come
Manaphy
isn't protecting the bench here?
Confuse and hope, but you know that you're not going to get away from it. There's retreating that's possible. There's the legacy.
Is it because the damage is like spilling into it?
We could see all these resources,
and that doesn't count.
Know that the switch was the prize card taken here.
No, Evan's deck is very brute force.
True. Oh, that is brutal. On top of this, at least we're gonna turn through this Adrena Brain here, get some more damage onto Evan's side. Tried to work something out from that ability being used, and then we just see the Mind Bend
Cologne as an opener.
Again.
Yeah, Evan had a really strong draw.
Pokemon around. So
I'm getting out of it. I'm getting out of it here.
You're gonna see me again.
Yeah, it's flipping it now. Was confused for that Regidrago
only if you discard another
It's
card
upside down. It doesn't know what's going on here, but Evan knows what's going on. The Earthen Vessel, discarding that Giratina V-Star. Searching out more energy. It's just going to be that grass here into the hands for Evan. Everything is going his way right now in this match. We're going to see an additional card draw off of this teal dance on the Ogre Pawn. And a nice Legacy Star as well.
Dude, here we go.
Evan's draws.
Oof. Yeah, that is 7 cards hitting the discard pile.
How do you even
come to take 2
like
cards
this
out
is
of
so
the discard
scary.
now.
3 cards left.
Here, recycle some resources, anything he wants that has already been discarded.
Dragapult attacks puts damage 6 counters and not damage attack.
Ability, and that's why you can only use a V-Star once
and
per
not
game.
damage counters. There's a difference in the terminology. So
here.
Dragapult is kind of like the perfect counter for the Manaphy ability.
What else do you really need? Just guarantee that both of
Dang, so Evan has some like, okay, I totally understand Evan's deck. Evan's deck has a lot of versatile like big booms. Like a lot of versatile big booming cards, and he uses this like Regidrago to search for those big boom attacks that works against like very specific conditions or whatever conditions he needs it to be.
Off of that Teal Mask Ogre Pawn straight away.
V-Star in there.
It is.
That's some pretty good math then.
It sure is, Kyle. Good math indeed. We're seeing these energy fly around the board here right now.
Is Lost Zone? Does Lost Zone mean it's like the card is just like not even in the discard pile, but it's like unretrievable?
You're alone, Gardevoir.
Is that what Lost Zone means?
No pieces of the entire line left.
Yeah.
Monkey Dory in a dream.
Monkey Dory and a Dream. Giratina V-Star, a pivotal card here in the Regidrago deck. Lost Impact. We're going to see 2 energy go to the Lost Zone here, but that's going to take the knockout on that Gardevoir.
Wait, he took out the Gardevoir, so how do you...
That has been wiped off the board here in just a few swift turns by Evan Pavelski.
Isn't this kind of just
matchup.
GG?
Monkey Dory, all it can do is continue out here, and that's the game. Evan Pavelski is your senior champion here in 2024 at our World Championship.
That's just GG.
Regidrago V-Star. It's the year of the Drago, Kyle.
Oh my god.
2024, let it be known.
Let's
Evan
go,
Pavelski gets the
Evan.
job
He
done.
lost to
2-0
Haruku.
victory.
Haruku's undefeated, and then Evan came back and won.
Used just about every attack he needed there to get the job done, and I guess
Dude,
those
he really had
nerves,
everything just
he
like
didn't have 'em
pulled
for a reason.
through. That's so
Yeah,
awesome.
didn't have a reason. Was feeling
Yeah, the draws were
comfortable going
insane.
into this matchup despite losing it further or before in the tournament, but was able to take things down. Just had everything needed. I mean, played
Aw.
it effortlessly as well. Just knew exactly what cards to draw. We did see
It
some
really was
turns where
hard
he
at
was
the cards
debating
moment,
some
wasn't
different
it?
optimal solutions.
actually
for some
just hard at
pickles
the
that he
cards
was put
moment.
in that matchup, but he carried it out flawlessly. All of the cards were there for Evan. He used his Legacy V-Star in the end there, recycling that powerful ace spec. And we got there to the win. Evan Pavelski.
Yeah,
from the
Haruka's
United
draws were really
States,
unlucky,
taking
and
down
Evan's
the
draws were
world
really lucky, but
champion Pikachu in
I
our
mean,
senior
that's kind of
division
what happens with
championship. Kyle, you happy with that match?
deck
That
games.
worked out pretty great. That was an exciting match between both of our competitors.
Like when you build your
Yeah,
deck,
give it up for
you
Haruka
kind of
as
have
well.
to accommodate
Fantastic
for,
show.
you know,
Cards
like the
just
draws to
falling
be
his way
unlucky
that
and
time.
stuff
Just
like that.
trying
But
to put up with
I guess with
the
how
onslaught of pressure that we saw on the other
Pokemon
side.
decks, are they
So
still
much
60 cards for a
speed
deck?
and so much
It's just like there's so
versatility.
much
How do you get through that?
room
You just
for
don't
kind of
this time
error.
around.
You just have
It's
to
gonna
work with what you
out
get.
in a second
And
place
Haruka's deck was
finish,
like
but
very like
both these
scale
players have a
based.
lot to be
Whereas
happy
it feels
about,
like
and they're gonna remember
if
this for a long
Evan
I mean, I'll tell you what,
RNG'd
beating
into like a
Haruka, this
good
is the first
draw,
time
it was
in
it
the
was, it was
seniors
pretty
division,
hard. It was
and
pretty
now you
difficult.
sit in second
to recover.
place at the World Championships. That is a huge feat here, and
I should get
with
the
such a
online version.
complex
Oh,
deck,
is
such
there
as
an on?
Vodaboard,
So is it
as
just
well
like
as
all
you
cards are
saw
available
in
and I
that
make my
game
own
one
deck and I
between
can
those
play
players, it was
online?
pretty
I'm
long
down to
there.
try
When
someday.
you allow Gardevoir to get set up, it has the pieces to be put together to
Okay,
potentially
well,
take those
thank you
pivotal
guys
turns,
again for
get those
tuning into
knockouts,
today's
but
sponsor
we
stream.
just
Thank
couldn't
you to
see
the
it pieced
Pokemon
together
Company
that time around
International
for
for
Haruku,
sponsoring
but
today's
still,
stream. Make sure you
fantastic
guys
play
click the
from
link
both
in the
of our
panel
players.
below or
Haruku,
type
our
exclamation
second
point Terra Raid in the
place,
chat to learn more about the
finisher
Terra
here at
Raids
the World
today.
Championships, but Evan Pavelski,
While
I'm sure
Worlds is
feeling
taking
really
place,
nice. Gonna go collect
trainers
that
can
gold in
participate in
Pikachu
special
racing.
in-game activations in Scarlet and Violet from August 8th to August 21st. A special 5-star Terra Raid will be happening featuring Gimme Goal. So if you guys ever wanted a shiny Gimme Goal, you guys can go on to Pokemon Scarlet and Violet and hunt down those 5-star Terra Raids for them. Scarlet and Violet will also see mass outbreaks featuring some of the world's highlighted Pokemon, Riolu, Wattrel, and Comfey. So if you ever wanted a shiny one of any of them, now is your chance. There's also going to be a special code through the World's broadcast for you to claim a very special Sylveon in honor of the 2023 World Champion Tomoya Ogawa. And there's going to be high-level Terra Raids also happening throughout the entire year. To participate in the higher 6- and 7-star battles, you have to become an Academy Ace. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching today's sponsor stream with Pokemon. I hope you guys enjoyed. I'm really glad I had the opportunity as well to open the Pokemon cards. I hope you guys enjoyed that too. Maybe Pokemon will send me more cards in the future and I'll open them again for you guys. I didn't expect so many of you guys to enjoy the card opening, because I've never really like watched a card opening or done it myself, so I'm really glad you guys enjoyed it. Hopefully I get to do more.
Senior champion. I'm excited to see how Evan Pavelski is feeling right now.
Oh, save the codes from... Are you talking about these redeem cards?
Thanks so much.
You're telling me I need to
Master,
keep
we're
all of
talking about
them.
A certain card that smells very good, and it seemed to work
Okay,
very
I'll
well for
keep
you.
all of them.
Canceling
Thank you,
cologne.
Christian.
Can you tell
I'll
us
keep
about
them
that card
all.
and how it played into this match?
Oh, noted.
I was trying to save it to the end so I could do a Kieran play and wipe his whole board. And
He wants to wipe his whole board! This kid has no chill!
Seemed to work out pretty well for
He
you.
wanted to wipe
Also,
his
the
whole
cast
board,
was
he
like
said!
effortless and flawless, and they were saying your play was so
Jesus.
clean and that you really had control. Did you feel that?
You
in
can get
control?
packs in the trading card online game. Oh, cool. I'll keep them then.
no, I guess I managed my resources well enough to win.
You sure did, and now you are the world champion. How does that feel?
Yeah, he's the world champion.
Sounds like there's a lot of people out here who feel amazing
Let's
about that as
go.
well. Do you want to say
World
hi or thank
champion
you to anyone?
Evan.
Yeah, I would like to
Okay.
thank my mom.
Well, that's it for my sponsor portion, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you guys
Family Ben.
either tomorrow or on
And then Martin, Earl Anderson.
Mon...
And
Wait,
game related.
Tomorrow is
Thank you
Monday.
all so much.
You guys will see me tomorrow.
These families are so supportive.
Because
Evan,
I'm going to be playing
congratulations. We'll let you
Baldur's
celebrate
Gate.
backstage, and it's
But
over
not
yet.
with my
We have
original
our
group, but with a
Masters
new
finals coming
group.
up. Casters,
So
back to
we'll
you.
never see that last battle ever. But hopefully, with my new Baldur's Gate group, we get to the end and we actually finish. You know, there's actually so many people who haven't played Baldur's Gate. But yeah, I'm really excited to play Baldur's Gate again because I do genuinely like the game. Joe, thank you so much for gifting us up. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, I'm playing with some RPers. I think it'll be really fun, actually. I'm pretty excited for it. And I think we'll be more thorough too. You know what I mean? So I think it'll be a fun time. It'll be good. It'll be good. So yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow. I don't know the time yet, but I'll see you guys tomorrow. Okay? Thanks for watching, everyone.
We had the first ever official Pokemon TCG stream. It was the final in 2012, and I stood in the crowd, and I kid you not, this is true. I looked up at the screen and I went,
When I knew that it will end soon.
Like fun.
Oh,
12 years later,
I know, but like Baldur's Gate is kind of like a game where you can have like multiple playthroughs, no? And you can have like different results every time. And you guys, thank you guys so much for watching. I will either see you guys later or tomorrow. Dude, this is the most amount of cam streams I've done.
How do you feel about having such not random, but surprise decks in our final here?
I love it.
I think like, I don't even know.
So much
Like in a row? In a row, maybe ever.
Results from Japan, who get the format a little bit before we do.
No, not even last year. I don't even think I've done this many cam streams in a row last year.
This is the only official.
But I hope you guys are enjoying the cam streams. I mean, I'm super self-conscious, but I hope you guys are enjoying it for what it's
worth. And then the idea of coming in and like, oh yeah, no, it turned out it was Iron Thorn.
Since maybe 2019, yeah, since maybe 2019, genuinely. Don't think I've shown my face in a while. But yeah, I'll react to the new OTV video also somewhat soon because I know people are really hype about that one.
No one had that on their bingo card. That's gonna say, right, I want to take prizes at a very fast rate.
Anyway,
you know, one's ancient
see you guys
and one's
later.